If I hire assassins, I'm bringing in extra people to play them for me. What are you talking about? Because I suck.
Yeah, you do. And so what's your character's name gonna be, Ambrosia?
I don't know yet. I'll have to decide that. I just kind of came up with the concept off basically how
Character randomizer name. His name is Jeff.
We usually use, for those wondering, for nulls, typically are gonna be used like very Indian-like names, so.
Yeah, I figured, but I'll think about something. Can I just use point bike?
No. Sorry.
Right.
Work with your stats.
White feather.
So,
Blackface.
No, no, no. White feather might fit because, you know, every time, since you've got such shitty stats by the sounds of it, you'll need it. Something to signal I surrender as the party is getting killed by a giant kraken. I'm gonna grab some water real quick, so entertain the stream while I'm gone for a few seconds.
Hold on. Before anyone gets into too much stuff, warning: danger ahead. You might want to, if you're below the age of 13, or your parents don't like you watching this stuff, be careful. Not sexual, violence ahead.
Sexual. Yes. Sexual violence.
Chance of sexual. I mean, with a lay on hands pool with a pellet, and you never know what you could get.
UPK is a definite possibility. You have been on.
There's also strong language and
Sexual healing.
Oh yeah, and terrible stories where I tell about my great dating life that will make you laugh and cry and have lose your faith in humanity.
I already have.
that's been long gone. So
Yeah, I have faith to begin with.
Mia,
Robot mode.
be gone, robot thought.
No.
roast thought.
I mean, she's too young to be a thought. Wolf is our only thought.
Real quick, I believe
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's illegal to call her that.
Yes,
Okay,
what's up?
you did say manual health rolling, right?
Yeah, no, max out your health.
Yeah, max.
Oh,
Yeah,
max
right.
all health rolls?
Yes, max your health roll.
Yep.
You're gonna
That makes
need
this
it.
game. Yeah, that makes a big difference in the kind of game that we're gonna be playing. Yeah. Woo,
Yeah, you're gonna need it. That's
helps.
basically what the DM's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just
Oh, by the
scared.
way, to warn you ahead of time, I'm going to be looting the city that we start in for armor because I'm a cleric that was a sorcerer, so I have nothing.
Oh, that reminds me. I've got to actually load up. Thank you for reminding me. Okay,
I
table.
gotta get-
Also, I forgot to mention, I asked you something in DMs and you didn't reply.
I know you asked me something.
Blood Screamer. What the fuck?
What?
Oh hell yeah, this sounds dope. There's an option because I enabled homebrew to select the race, and this is homebrew obviously. Is it a part of your world? It's called the Primal Path for the Barbarian. It's called the Bloodstream.
Yes.
That might be Wolf's thing. I don't know.
Probably not. Maybe.
It might
I
also
don't
be Vutha's because she's got a lot more homebrew shit than I do.
It's probably hers because she's playing Barbarian, so probably got it for her character.
Yeah. So I mean, feel free to use it. I mean, if it's not OP, I don't care.
Yeah, if you can.
Oh, she has creatures? That means that she probably doesn't have literal blood-curdling screams.
Yeah, I don't know.
As bonus action, you may choose one of these options.
No, Mia, I'm not letting you be hung like a horse. That is too many jokes worth of my time.
What about me?
Wolf, be gone, thought.
I mean, no. I don't wanna.
Well, you don't get an option in here. This is the decision. The DM has made his choice. So, let's see. I had a friend of mine help me out with coming up with some really interesting ideas. Now, this is the same friend that gave me a great idea on how to screw with the party in the first campaign. So, this may or may not be the guy who invented Amno.
What, invented what?
Oh,
a...
man, that's some deep lore shit.
Wait, did you
a
say
god,
Anima?
Amno, A-M-N-O, a god from a future time.
Basically Satan on steroids.
Amno's the reason that the dungeon master hates my dragonborns.
I hate Dragonborns because of this one player, and honestly, he set up his character's tomb to where it'd fuck with you in such a bad way. Oh yeah, this is the kind. This was the kind of player who was very good at messing with people.
Hmm.
So you know, it's gonna be interesting. All right. Oh yeah, no, let's not. But let me find. Let's see if I can find the character sheets. I can't. Oh yes. But whether or not I actually have. Okay, I don't care about any of that. Oh, there we go. God, that's fucking small ass text. There we go. Now I can fucking read. Alright. But I have to go in here and actually find markers for this. Oh yeah, I forgot King was dead. Poor King. Also, just as a heads up, so once you've picked your character name, let me know. I'll change your Discord name to that. And then I'll move. We're all gonna. Those who are in rejected potential will move over to the rejected potential voice chat. For the start of the game session.
Sounds good. I'm still kind of looking over the barbarian paths for my character real quick to kind of
No
get the build
worries.
figured out.
Alright, and since you're going Barb, let me give you the role so people can easily identify you for that.
Dragon color. Hell, I'm probably not gonna do that.
And let's get undecided off. Cool. Alright,
So I think from the race that I'm using as a null, it.
yes.
Like, never mind. I
Okay.
was mistaken on something. Sorry.
No worries.
So what are the Knoll's dope ass abilities?
They're very intimidating naturally, and they're really good at combat.
Sick.
So he's gonna die pretty quickly.
I mean, he's gonna run into combat.
That's true.
So I'm gonna die pretty quickly.
You'll probably take out a good few people with you. But the DM likes to throw hordes at you. So.
I do not at
Yeah,
all plan to do
that's-
that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Hopefully, some of the combats I can actually beat by fighting, because I don't like always having to rely on like tripping over bombs. Sometimes when
no.
you want to be a stupid bard,
Well,
it's like, things.
that it's funny that you mentioned bombs because I was gonna say if all it comes down to it, we can just purchase a bomb and strap it to him.
Hell yeah.
Really?
So-
Yodeling.
Suicide
What?
vest.
Yep, suicide vest.
Speaking
What?
of
Go out,
suicide
yodeling
vest,
box.
hi Fuka.
What? The
Yep, we're gonna strap the new guy with a suicide vest and send him into battle. It works.
What?
So, Ambrosia,
I
this
can raise
is.
the dead after. He'll be okay.
Shut up, Cameron, for a sec. Ambrosia, this is Fuka. One named Alice. He is not your group leader, but he is the person in your group that has the most veterancy with my campaigns out of everyone besides Tren. Only because
Nice.
Fuka's been around since even before the rest of the group got drafted into the D&D campaign.
All right,
So-
then.
Yo,
It's nice to meet you.
He's a tiny black chocolate snack.
hi.
With an afro. Do not forget the afro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
God, I love you, Wolf. You fucking asshole.
Oh, you're gonna be showing him all that love soon, aren't you?
Yep.
Oh, DM, hush it. I'll give you your love.
I've already had mine, and apparently I just don't moan loud enough to keep it. I'll be honest, I didn't know that was a kink overall. Learned that the hard way. Oh man, between crushed balls and fucking not moaning enough, you know, you learn something new every day. Tinder is a weird fucking place to be.
The price you pay. The price you pay.
Dude, I don't even know. And then she tried to get me to come over last night and give her a back massage.
Why didn't you?
Because I wasn't gonna get any after asking her about that, because that's when I found out that that's what she was into, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's that. Sorry, I had Catholic parents who didn't want to hear me doing anything in my bedroom, and I had to hide that shit. Well, one of them was Catholic. Someone was Catholic in there, I don't know. I never ask questions like that anymore. But yeah, so, Ambrosia, if you want best advice on how to survive in my campaigns, the only person to prosper and survive have been Grand Wizard, Wolf, and Fraz, who is labeled as John Doe in this camp.
You said the
You
same
named me
person twice.
What?
You said
named
Grand
me
Wizard,
twice,
Wolf,
And I'm flattered.
Well, as we call him Wolf, I just use Wolf, or I have to reference what his name is because people may not necessarily automatically connect at first. Shut up! I'm caffeinated, all right?
That's okay.
What, Fraz? Really? Fuck off! Goddamn rule checker! Damn it! Ugh.
I mean,
That's not how Captain
if we're
works
talking
in this
about
game.
rule breakers, something just happened last session. Someone broke the
Shut-
rules.
Oh, who
That's a
did?
fucking min-maxer. Shut up.
No, I'm not in game. Not the meta rules, like actual the lore and stuff.
Who broke the rule? What did I do? What happened?
You
Sasha,
did.
A
Sasha
god must-
interfered.
yeah, with the mortal
Mortal
issues.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I'm gonna go law and order SVU on that bitch.
Yeah, dude. Fraz is gonna go fucking lawyer mode.
This is why why I don't like Fraz, because he calls me on my own shit.
This is. Dude, I'm
You
so
made that rule when we
I
were
know.
fighting what the hell is his name again?
Nazareth.
Nazareth last campaign, so
Yep.
who the hell do I even need to call?
Yeah, good question. Call the High King down, please. I want to see that conversation.
Yeah, call-
Is
Hey,
he,
High
is he,
King, your goddess is being a bitch and interfering in mortal problems. What are you gonna do?
Call the fucking court of the other minor gods, you know?
Hey, just out of
the
curiosity,
blood. Fucking,
Yes, what's up?
how many melee people are there in the party?
People
One.
that act.
Nice.
Wait. Question. Like, do you mean people that actually do melee, or
Yes, people
have the
whose
ability?
The people whose primary means of damage is melee combat.
I think Dibus is the only.
So I should not take the wolf totem, got it.
The
Bear totem it
take the
is.
bear, take the
Yeah.
resistance one.
Oh yeah, oh
Wait,
yeah.
you're gonna
No,
become a bear? Oh, well, this will be a fun
I'm
time.
not becoming a bear, I am the bear.
a little fucking well.
Oh man. Where is it? Fuka, do you want to explain that one later?
Which one?
The bear.
Wealth.
Oh!
Well, I mean,
The
we did
gay
have a
stereotype.
cuddling. We did have the cuddling incident.
So
Let's never forget the time Wealth came on the back of a Dragonborn.
So here's what happened. How should I put this? Oh yeah.
You might want to turn him up.
Introduction.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can't hear him.
So here's what happened. Dragonborn and Goliath loved each other very much and wanted to decide to cuddle. But
Not a Goliath.
he was an orc that time, right?
Red Orc.
But yeah, so a red orc and a dragonborn loved each other very much and wanted to cuddle together. But, it was a very intense cuddle sesh. There was how should I put it? A lot of R18 not tread allowed type things happening. Shall I explain more?
Borrowed friction. As one
Yeah,
character.
It's just a bro borrowing a little friction from another bro.
Oh god.
Like that.
And the best thing is the entire time the Red Orc, known as Wealth, that was sitting there and not at all forcibly cuddling the Dragonborn. The Dragonborn was turning into, or being reborn into a god that was trying to kill them all. This is after finding a staff that literally sucks the life out of everything and almost killed them.
That Wealth cuddled too.
Yeah, you know, I think Welf just had a thing for cuddling dangerous items.
Look, he just wanted love. Is that too much to ask in this
I
world?
mean,
It
Yeah.
drove him to madness and extreme hunger.
The same.
False. He
No.
was already a cannibal.
Yeah. And he wanted love in all the wrong places, like humping a paper shredder without the top on.
I don't
Ugh.
recall doing that, but
You know, but that's a pretty good example of what you tried to do with that staff. Mhm.
nah, dude, that staff made me super powerful. I was fucking lit for like 2 minutes before Fraz stole it. Which, by the way, Fraz, you were like my least favorite person in the group for that entire session. And then I realized you were cool, but I hated you for
Hey.
a little bit.
Well, I mean, we had the one wizard who decided to run into the Lich's tomb and fight him and then died almost immediately. Or my favorite was when Fraz convinced that same Lich not to kill the rest of the party who are at level 3, and then fucking Tren, oh, level 5, and then Tren decides to go up to the Lich and say, I am your god. To this day, nothing tops that, I'll be honest. I've seen some serious fuck-ups, but that was amazing. I mean, we had a doctor who enjoyed castrating people and studied the human body by cutting it open, whether living and willing or not.
Just out of curiosity, some groups I've been in have done a kind of rule. I want to know if you use it as well. Basically, they ban variant human and they allow 1 extra feat at level 1 to make characters feel kind of distinguished and unique. Do you use
Nope.
that rule?
We allow
But
them, right?
everyone does have a hidden.
What?
What now?
What'd you say?
Every single character does have a hidden feat.
Yes.
That'll
Oh!
at some point.
Yeah, I guess I really need to write these these things into the prefix.
You do.
So the hidden trait, as I mentioned, I was a game designer for 3 years. I used to love RPGs. One of my favorite things about RPGs was bullshit, and bullshit is one of the most entertaining things in RPGs. So because of this, I created something called the hidden trait, or as Wolf and the other players like to call it, the hidden feat, because that's basically what it is. So it's a feat that is randomized on a generator, which got corrupted, and now I totally don't have to rewrite all of them from fucking memory. And it basically gives you a chance of getting something rather interesting. Like, for example, our friend Tren, who's in here labeled as bitch tits, that's another story. Out of camp. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what you're referring to on that, Maya. You'll have to explain that one here in a sec. But so he has a thing called 9 lives. Now he had a different one at first, but it started to become pointless after a while. So I decided to retcon it and get rid of it. Also because the rest of the party was bitching at me and I got tired of listening to them. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it just pisses me off to do a TPK. So basically 9 lives gives him the chance to get up 9 times in his life from being downed to 0 HP. But in exchange, he's followed around by a celestial cat that literally just stares at him.
Interesting.
He always feels
So-
like he's being watched.
Do I have to randomly
fair, we have it.
traits, or do I get them automatically?
No, you automatically get it. I will assign it when the time comes, and you will figure it out based on an action you may take that suddenly makes it obvious of what it was, or if you figure it out by guessing it. Secondly, there's another section of this. I do what's called the breaker, or I think in 3.5 it was called madness.
Psychological break.
Yes, psychological break. So,
Yeah.
again,
I get
a
that.
big fan of RPGs. I like the fact that a character has to be realistic. So when your character gets to a certain mindset, if you play a lawful good, now I don't really give a shit really about alignment most of the time. It's more about how you play your character that kind of makes it to where I then will say, like, for example, Zilpip's kind of a maniacal, crazy person, but likes to invent things. If one day he decided to, he found something and decided, no, I don't want to mess, I think this thing's pointless, I don't want to mess with it, that would actually cause me to put a point towards this. Another example would be, we've had characters that were completely good and kind and wanted to protect people, and they this wasn't in any of their campaigns. This was in one of my other groups. They decided to burn 5 knights using alchemist fire at the entrance of a cave and just watch them melt and die. The character that had taken a vow and had dedicated themselves to protecting people just did that. And so yes, I do what's called a psychological break. You roll a d20, sometimes at advantage, sometimes at disadvantage, sometimes normal roll. And depending on the roll you get, you could actually lose your character. Other things that can cue it is like if you lose an arm because someone bites it off. Just random
Or
stuff.
gold
Whoa.
suddenly starts melting on your.
Mm-hmm.
Just out of curiosity, I found the background because I'm on D&D Beyond, and there's
Yes.
a background called Vengeance Bound Barbarian.
That's fine.
Is that something? Is that something anyone's using currently? Because I don't want to have overlap at all.
Let me look. I think
Because
that,
it
I
kind
think
of
that's
sounds like
Vutha, because I think Vutha is
Yeah.
chasing Greg down, because she's mad about Gon being killed.
it looks very complex and very something that someone made custom just for themselves. So yeah, probably not gonna
let me
touch
see.
that.
Yeah, she's playing a vengeance-bound barbarian. She's chasing after Greg. So, that's her thing. Oh, also, here's a link to the stream. You'll want this for when I run maps on tabletop. Yeah, she is a rage mage, but she's got the vengeance thing because of the fact that she's hunting down Greg. What was I doing? Oh, I needed to fix the overlay so it's on the other one. Give me a minute. So it's not your guys' Grim Legacy, it's the proper party, because otherwise people bitch. They don't want to see how the other party almost died yesterday because someone decided to, get pissy with a goddess of strength when they have literally no feeling below the neck.
So he wouldn't even tell if he was dying.
God damn it, that's fucked up. Alright, so refresh stream and that should update the extension to where it shows the other party now. Alright, let's see. Come on. Pop up. Oh my god. Okay, there. Oh, nope, not what I want. Is it gonna pop?
Just out of curiosity, there's a background. Can I swap the proficiencies? Because both the proficiencies are intelligence based, but I'm barbarian. So can I swap it to be something like something else?
Sure.
All right, thank you very much.
We'll get you set up and then we'll start. I mean, we are waiting on Vutha anyways to show up, so. And I assume Fuka's currently on the bus home, so.
Time to use my clerical knowledge for next week.
Yep. And Vutha or Fuka, don't get attacked by any hood rats.
What was that?
I said don't get attacked by any hood rats.
Okay.
Good to hear, Wolf, that it's that your total is 12-13. Thank you. Don't forget your receipt, buddy. We need to make sure that's known. I really hope nothing important was just mentioned in that and what was going on in your background,
Yeah.
Wolf, because this is on stream.
Your credit card total is your credit card. This one.
Your credit card pin is.
Yeah.
Oh, you left your credit card, which has the number 455.
Yeah, no kidding.
Would you like a reminder of your PIN, which is 45321?
Yeah.
Which is more than 4 numbers, so who cares?
Oh god. I'm actually kind of surprised that Robert's not on today. Alright, so for those who are in the, oh, for fuck's sake. There we go. For those who are in the, Rejected Potential, please jump over to the Rejected Potential voice chat. I will be over there in a sec. I'm gonna unmute Wolf now that he's done. Bye, Wolf! And no one cares about you, John.
Hello.
There you go. I assume Cameron will move over here eventually. There, I moved him.
So the game starts in a half hour, pretty much?
It's actually it would normally start here in about, it would have normally started about 2 minutes ago.
Shit. So we're waiting on Vufa to get here.
We are not going to. I was letting you finish up your character first. And do jump over to the text channel side quest chat to use that.
Yeah, okay, I did right now.
Okay. And don't worry, Mia, no one can see the previous stuff, I don't think. I don't know. Can you see the previous chat, Ambrosia?
The previous chat and the side quest chat, yeah, I can see a lot of it actually.
Oh, well, I apologize, you were third picked for the D&D group, but the first two guys never answered.
Nah, I'm good. I'm just glad to be part of it.
Yep, so. Alright.
Can I talk to the UDM alone so I can kind of give you an overview of my backstory real quick? Kind of look them
Yeah,
up.
jump into private.
Okay, so I'm thinking my character, I took the background lone survivor, and the idea is that he was part of kind of probably a null, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that works. I'm on. They can still hear me on stream as far as it goes, but they could not hear you. Yes, I'm fine with that overall. The one thing I will mention is that your people are kind of are scattered, and most are considered feral now. So, feral. Thank you. King, go back to where you were, you little shit. There we go. Mhm. Okay. That's fine. Just make sure you have a cloak on your character sheet. But yeah, that works. Alright. Okay, let me unmute. There we go. Voice is back up so they can hear you all. Cameron, you're a little shit. And let's get the group together. Okay, so what did you name your character, by the way, Ambrosia?
I'm sorry, but I really haven't come up with it yet. It's hard to make a null name.
Okay, the DM is choosing your name.
Shit.
You have till I type in something to pick a name.
Shit. I was just recruited to this game
All
like a
right,
half hour ago.
Ren Snorcloak it is.
Oh no, my name can't be Ren. That name has a bunch of negative connotations to me. I can't really use
Well,
that name.
that's unfortunate. Congratulations.
My ex's name was Ren. I don't use that name.
Oh, God damn it. Fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Fine. All right, you're gonna get another one. All right.
I think I can come up with something actually.
You have like 2 seconds to get it done before I do.
Fuck. I wasn't prepared to make a name. Christ.
All right, there you go. Dirt Basher. I like that name.
Dirt Basher. Goddamn.
It'll fit right when you keep hitting the dirt because you fail at hitting anything else.
Yeah.
Sibdis. You can change it later. You can
I'm just
kind of.
trying to think.
Yeah,
Oh man, it's hard to make a name.
That's why I use the random name generator.
I'm using it too, but I can't find anyone I fucking like.
Fair enough. Alright.
You know.
No, Fuka. Just shush. Nameless one? Damn it. No! Fraz, they're not using the name you came up with.
Gore Smile. Oh my god, what the fuck is that name? Gore Smile. That's great.
I mean, I think Dirt Basher fits at this point. It's
Sludge
becoming...
Finger.
Slush
Scuzz.
Finger? Yeah, let's go with Slush Finger.
Grappler. Whoa Check. Foam Finger. Scourge Eyes. Cracked Fuse. Gunk Knuckle. Ash Crap.
Gunk Knuckle? That sounds like a sex move.
Oh.
Wolf, can you confirm or deny? Is that... Alright, what do you got?
I got my name.
Hero with no name.
Actually, I was looking in the backgrounds. I saw sex worker, and I was like, "Oh no, sex worker, no."
All right. Vukyok Deadguard.
Well, thanks for giving that away.
Well, I gotta put your name on the fucking thing. There you go.
Yep.
It's not a
Okay.
secret. It's a name.
What's my secret?
Well, you need to learn to be better at keeping secrets from the DM. It's
my name, my greatest secret.
Yeah, it is one word for off Bukaki. Exactly. Your name is Secret. Oh, that's a stripper name we're not gonna go into.
Oh, I think I imagined my stripper name. I was like, I'll think about my stripper name. I was like, about Chocolate Thunder.
That's actually what we call Fuka most days.
Uh,
Or little chocolate snack.
oh God.
Yep, so if you ever need to refer to him, please do call him Little Chocolate Snack. Or Lint Liquor, as Wolf was calling him earlier.
I'm
Alright.
sorry.
I actually used a different word, but I figured that'd be a little kinder for my stream.
Okay.
So the DM's had his coffee. That's the good news. Never enough coffee, unfortunately. You met a girl named Secret. Yeah, I bet. You know, secretly she had a dong downstairs.
Oh hell yeah! Sorry, just had
God
to do that.
damn
It's
it.
funny. It's funny, you know it.
Oh, fucking, he's gonna get tossed into Grim Legacy to replace Tren. Because Wolf's gonna request it, and that's what he's gonna spend a broid point on. Alright, so, welcome one and all, and to those watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed the pre-show as we got our newest member set up. We did finally recruit someone. I will mention that at this point, Vutha is gone. And that's the sad part. What? No, didn't leave. They're just gone right now for the time being. They'll be joining later, maybe. Maybe not. God. Also, Fuka, you need to get a better mic. Alright. So, welcome back, welcome back. Last time we left off, the group had managed to make it ashore after dealing with a great kraken named Morgwar, who Zaya did so well in making friends with. Your master, Zaya, that sounds so kinky when you call it your master, especially the fact that it's got tentacles and no. Wolf, no. It's the Oni-chan incident all over again. Well, I mean, no. Alright, Discord.
She's a hentai.
Yep,
No.
yep.
Stop in the name of the law.
Oh
You-
god, I had a
you
meme
s-
for.
You
Sorry.
sound so adorable, Zaya. It's sad. You sound like the little anime sister that Cameron always wanted. Alright.
Talking mad shit
Not
while I'm
Japanese.
dating distance.
For all those, remember Zaya is jailbait. Give
Fucking
the only jailbait in our group, Deus Volt. Oh wow, no, that can be taken out of context, Cameron. No plundering that holy city. All right.
God.
So the DM is on a roll today, and I really wish I drank more coffee. We're gonna continue. Last we left off, the group did narrowly escape a kraken and completely being killed. It's not. I mean, that's for King, not for me. We did always figure he was into younger women. God damn it, where was I? Oh, yes. So, we continue on with the group having been barely, surviving, I guess, at this point. You really didn't defeat the assassins. Sent by the Order of the Owl, who were there to hunt down King, who has been blamed for the death of a great elven king and the complete disappearance of a full elven city. With that, the group decided to beat the living hell out of King, and he barely survived. Thanks to the DM's retconning and niceness, mostly. And the fact that he didn't want to give the wolf the satisfaction. Yes, it was 100% his fault. Dibus managed to kill one of their members, luckily before being just brutally murdered by a blood hunter, where the fuck he was called. Blood hunter goblin who would not get into the bag of devour or the bag of holding. And then unfortunately the Fellis that was set to eventually join and replace Dibus was tossed into the bag of holding and set on fire and left to die. Yeah, that's pretty much last session. We are back this session. I will warn for those who are watching on YouTube and those watching on Twitch, next weekend there will be no stream thanks to finals week. Both myself and Wolf are dealing with finals, and I believe one other person in our group's in college. I don't remember who. So yeah, no stream next Saturday or Sunday due to that, but do look forward to more streams coming up this summer. Also recall that in less than a month we will have a live appearance from Fuka himself. Oh yes, I will also mention that Zaya had... Oh, Zaya, I didn't give you XP for that. Oh shit. Fuck, now you've thrown me off for a second. What was it? You guys didn't do anything other than kill here. Okay. There you go. Make sure to add that to your character sheet. Zaya had taken a short adventure while Zilpip was off doing some rather rare studying of materials, and joined Grim Legacy for a single adventure at level 3 with a bunch of level 8s, where she was almost eaten by an Elder Mimic, and has been officially deemed as Zilpip's new apprentice. Expect rewards to come with that title. Or death. One of the two. Yeah, you're the only player who's ever actually called intelligent. That should be the greatest compliment I think you will ever get. Maybe he's expecting you to call him Oni-chan. And yeah, well, King's also dead, almost dead. So we come back to the group, standing around an empty port. The merchants having ran off. The group having gathered in the town itself, or in the tavern. I am currently throwing Merc's character everywhere and replacing that name. There we go. Which I will be introducing here in momentarily. The city having been completely wiped out and vanished, thanks to the setup of the assassins and Vutha not doing anything. Yes, I get it. It's an inn. Zaya is not on good terms with King. Well, to be fair, I don't think there's a single person in this world who's on good terms with King. We come back. Vukiak. I'm gonna say Bukiak one of these times, and I know that's gonna sound so bad. Fuka, shut up. You're on a bus. Alright. So, I'm gonna start with the main party before I introduce you in. For the main party, you have come back to Zaya. You have just been healed by Vutha, and Dibus is barely conscious, as he had used his emergency teleport. And King is at 1 HP, I believe, correct?
1 HP and unconscious is how you described it. So
Yes, because you'd gotten the shit kicked out of you continuously. You guys find yourselves in this inn with nothing going on, and... Okay, there it is. In an empty, very quiet town, the smell of sea salt still going on. The evening getting, or the evening passing to early day. It's around 2:30 in the morning, and the sun is starting to actually already spring up. The date is... The DM didn't totally forget the date of the campaign, because he would never do something like that, because it's May 5th. May 5th, the year 1 AS. Alright. Zaya, King, Owlus, what would you lot like to do now that you are standing around in this
I'm not
tavern?
Owlus.
Zaris, well, fucking change your name like a normal person.
I thought Zaris was dead in a kraken.
Exactly.
That's true. Zaris is dead.
So is he the pig?
Boink.
Well, I mean, he's used to being porked.
I vote for a long rest, but I'm unconscious, so I have no say. I'm taking a long
Zaya,
rest.
you and Dibus are the only two people who are currently conscious. And that does remind me. Oops, wow. I just learned a key command. That's cool. Wait, how did I do that? Oh, wait, it's F. Oh, that's cool. Sorry, learning. You're gonna heal
Old
Dibus?
man
Okay.
learns new things.
Shut up. Alright. Okay. So go ahead and roll. Do you have a do you have magic for that, or are you just rolling a medicine check?
I have magic.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your healing, whatever it is, and let me know so I can add it back. You do realize Dibus is at full health, though, right? He looks completely fine.
is?
Yeah, 100% looks fine. It seems that
I
when
guess
he...
it goes to King.
Okay.
So
Oh.
7. Take 7. I don't like it, but I need you alive.
Poor Oni-chan, never getting any of the niceness that he deserves. Doesn't that make her a sundeer? I don't know the Japanese like anime stuff for that.
Tsundere.
Me either.
That's it.
You're not helping your
No.
face.
The fact that King knows that off the top of his head. All right.
I'm concerned.
So Zaya, I take it you're gonna spend the evening kind of doing a long rest in this tavern and making sure no one else is gonna come to kill you.
Yep. I also want to investigate around the inn. Look for
Okay.
stuff.
All right. I will come back to your group here in a second. Vukyok, having grown up, or been traveling through the human lands in the past few years, I will close the picture off for a second. You know, have spent your time as of recent fishing, making a good living, trying to save up, as you found yourself rather actually naturally talented at catching some of the larger deep sea fish. One of the evenings this evening about 3 or 4 hours ago, as you were out on a boat, you saw another boat glide past you, a little bit of a larger sloop, as your ship's still rather small, and as you're still building up your own business and trying to save up your money. You managed to fish up, or you finally get a bite on your fishing rod, and as you reel it up, you seem to pull out what looks to be this horned human. Now, you've seen many humans in your lifetime as you grew up or as you've been spending your time in the territories of Venestra, the very well-known human lands, also known as the Isle of Man. But this one seems to have horns and seems to have very nasty coral like stuck all around, up and down his arm.
Dead or alive?
He seems to be breathing somehow. You're not 100% sure how.
Blue skin?
I do not believe so. No, he is normal pale. Wait, Zaris is black, right?
Red.
Hmm. So,
Most racist.
compared to your the humans you met in the Isle of Man, this one seems to be very darker of skin.
So there's a human attached to the fishing pole. Is he saying anything to me, or is he just looking me dead in my eyes?
He's unconscious still. I mean, you can see he's still breathing, but
I'm gonna put him in the rowboat and kind of take the hook out of his mouth or wherever I hooked him in his body.
you notice that the hook unfortunately seems to have hit his ass, and as you pull it out, that you feel like this isn't the first time that's had to happen. The DM is on a roll and in a joking mood today.
I just kind of lie him on his stomach so he can cough up water and make sure he doesn't need any further attention and keep fishing.
Okay. As the evening goes on, it gets darker and darker. You seem to hear what sounds like a loud commotion, a little closer to the shore and to the port town you usually ship out of. And you seem to see some light fires blow off, and then a very bright purple light that seems to kind of appear in front of what you assume is probably the inn from that distance.
Does it look like a fire or some type of flash of arcane?
It looks like magic. It doesn't seem to continue. The light seems to just kind of vanish as soon as it appears.
Is at the end of the day where my fishing routine can be done at this point?
Pretty much, yeah. You'd usually head back, cash in your fish at the inn or at the market to one of the vendors, and so that way they could sell it the next day, either salted or unsalted.
Okay, I'll probably go ahead and do that and kind of kick the feet of the horned humanoid in the boat, kind of rowing back to the town.
The humanoid still doesn't seem to respond, as it seems to be completely unconscious still. All right. You do. I will mention that this person is in what looks to be lighter dregs of armor, so that is, and seems to smell of whale chum. Chum, just to clarify. As you row into it, into the court. Wow. Doc. God, I swear I'm better than this usually. Yeah, you know, you row into court like everyone else, man. You gotta be a true tiefling here. I have broken the law. So, as you row in, you notice the town is eerily quiet, and as you set yourself up, kind of tying off the boat, grabbing your fish in the net, kind of dragging I assume dragging the human, or are you gonna leave them in the boat for the time being?
For the time being, I'm gonna kind of grab my glaive, and with the bottom half of it, I use kind of as a walking cane. I'm kind of gonna push on the center of his lungs, kind of compress it a bit, and make sure he's not like secretly just dead.
As you do that, suddenly the human seems to cough up more water and seems to kind of come to life a little bit.
Is he conscious, or is he just kind of doling awake?
He seems to be conscious enough to speak, but whether he does or doesn't is another question. Oh, well, let's see. He seems to be contemplating something. As he looks out, you do realize he seems kind of young looking overall for a human. You do something else that catches your eyes as you nudge his back a little bit. Is something around his lower back seems to move. He seems to sputter out, what, how, and huh?
I just kind of get real close and kind of lean down to him and kind of just look him in his face. Does it look like... Can I use an insight to kind of figure out if he's confused or he knows what happened?
Sure. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
insight.
That's going to...
As he looks at you dead in the eye.
That's gonna be a 7 from me, dog.
As he looks you dead in the eye and says, "Look, buddy, if you want to make out, I'm fine with that." Now, do you wear a mask? I assume, correct?
I have kind of very thick, kind of tattered, almost kind of like what an Oni uses to kind of completely cover themselves, and my face is usually kind of tucked away behind kind of several layers of cloth. So you just kind of have this, wet, damp, moist air kind of coming out the front of the cloth,
Okay.
and kind of the elongated face a bit with a lot of kind of cloth wrapped around the face area.
Okay,
Kind of
so
like a reaper almost.
Zaris, what you're staring at is what you assume to be one of the old practices of tieflings in your home country, where they would mummify the dead at one point and wrap them. You're looking at a living mummy.
Wake up! You've been unconscious for hours.
And he wanted to make out with you. Poor mummy. The mummy doesn't deserve that kind of torture. Oh, well, time to kill this undead. Is
Well,
Zaris...
I did just talk to you, so did you hear that part?
As he tells you to wake up. He smells of fish. It's not the first time you've woken up next to someone that smelled of fish.
Smells like wet dog and fish. A nasty smell put together.
Well, that was before I woke up. That's true. Wet everything. It's at this point, Zaris, you also start to feel the presence of the magic of your sister somewhere nearby. as this gnoll seems to be grumbling overall.
I'm kind of gonna grab him by his leg and start dragging him until he gets up himself, and kind of drag him to. So I'm kind of on the sidewalk, and if I get near where a doctor's office is, I'm just gonna stop dragging him and keep walking. Basically, drag him until I get to a doctor's office where he gets up on his own.
The closest thing you know to a doctor's office would be the inn where they sell medicine.
I'll drag him to the end because I need drink anyways.
As Zara says, kinky. All right. As you lot step into it, you notice that the entire place seems to be trashed, as well as vials are broken around you. I'm gonna have to shrink both of your pieces just to make sure you can fit. You also notice that it seems eerily quiet overall. Oh, oops. Well, you know, I didn't say anything, but if you want to assume that, that's probably a safe assumption. As Zara seems to, as you're dragging him, seems to say mutter something under his breath. Yeah, so, Volkyak, the entire, place is usually a lot more lively. There are usually people chatting even at this time of night. There's usually songs heard from the inn, joking, laughing. Sometimes there are merchants selling off on the side on the market. But the place is eerily quiet, like not a sound from a bird chirping, let alone a person. As you walk into this, what you notice seems to have blood splattered on the walls as you enter into the hallway, and no one is there.
Bodies?
No, you don't see any bodies immediately. It's a dark room overall. You hear people talking, though.
Where do I hear him talking from?
Seems to be further to your left and in the room.
Does it sound like the barkeep? Because I imagine I've probably lived here for like maybe a couple months at this point, getting acclimated and settling down. So do I recognize the voice as the normal innkeeper?
No, this does not sound like the normal innkeeper. It sounds like it could be a maybe a new bar wench that the innkeeper hired. You do hear a female's voice, and
But
that's
there's like blood splattered about.
Yeah, you see it all over the walls and such. Like someone literally was attacked and blood just flew.
Do I know the barkeep's name?
As Zaris just walks past you and just says, "Hey, Zaya, found Tikva." And the barkeep you knew as Robert, the third. He was the third one to own, this bar. You also know that it doesn't usually smell like burnt cat.
No menu item. Where's Robert?
As you walk in, Zaya and King and Vutha, who's not here, as well as Dibus, all seem to kind of turn your general direction. You basically see Zaris, who you assumed was dead, walk in, talking about something about finding Tikva. King, you are conscious now that you've been healed.
I'm just gonna stop dragging his body and kind of sit in my usual chair in the corner of the room, kind of back against the wall.
All right.
From what we know, assassins killed everyone in this damn town. You are the first person we've seen that wasn't one of them. And who the heck is that tiefling?
Washed up on shore. Not my business.
Zaris just goes, "Sup?" All right.
This. And whoever healed me, I owe you. You get one free magic lesson from me. That is all.
So, Vukyok, this is your first time ever seeing any of these people. As you look around the room, you see... Oh, for fuck's sake, the snapping is gonna bother the shit out of me. I love tabletops so much, you know, because it snaps everything. Let's see if I can make that. There we go. So, what you see as you look into the room is, at first, a dwarf in what looks to be, and you've seen dwarves once in a while, they're very rare in these parts, after the human king Lauger has been basically pushing out the dark dwarves, or as you've heard them called, Duragar. Basically he's been running a full genocide and wiping them out of the lands to reclaim the lands for the human houses. Although this dwarf is of a lighter color, seems to be coming from the mainland. If you had to give a rough guesstimate, the other
And
person,
have a white as shit beard.
yes, he's got a white beard, which seems rather unique because most dwarves, unless they're very old, don't have them. From what you've seen.
I'm gonna stand up and walk over to some of the blood spatters. I'm
Mhm.
kind of gonna dab it on my finger and lick it. Can I tell if it's Robber's blood?
It is not from the taste of it. You only know this because of the game of knives that you played with him once and happened to beat him at very easily. As the Zaris just looks at, or as the horned human just kind of looks at you and just ews at the whole side of it. So the other things you notice is first you see a talking cat. You've never seen a talking cat in your travels. This thing seems to be about a few feet tall and seems to be carrying a staff with blades on each end. The blood smells very like it comes from him, from what you can tell. And you also notice a very tall, scaled creature. Now, you're not sure if this is a dragonborn or dragon of some sort, dragon kind, dragonkin. It looks like to be a large scaled creature overall that seems to be related to a dragon. The only thing you know about these creatures from staying in the Isle of Man is that they're very much hated in the human lands, and due to the humans' history with them.
Do I see any barmaids or anyone to serve me a drink?
Nope. No one seems to be in the tavern yet except you and the group.
You know what? I'll serve the drinks because everybody else is dead. There's no reason to hold back. I'm gonna go behind the bar and start serving drinks like I used to do. Back in
Did you
my
say
own
that?
bar. I'm just saying it now, and I'm doing it.
Okay. As he climbs
I know
behind
how
the
to run
bar.
a tavern.
What do you mean everyone's dead?
Zaya there can explain. She's the leader, and I was knocked out pretty quick by the assassins because they wanted to kill me for some reason. Probably Zilpip's rear end mini dragon bullshit.
As Zaris and Zaya seem to be having a small conversation on the side. My baby is leader now, Zaris shouts out. I'm so happy.
I serve everyone who wants some ale.
Alright. And Zaya just continues on with asking Zaris how he survived. They seem to be having a small conversation off on their own. Whoa, you are robot-y. Robotic thought activate. As the
I
two
get one syllable, that's all.
Yeah, as the two horned humans seem to just kind of walk off as as the dwarf brings you a drink, the two seem to vanish into one of the back rooms.
I explain the situation as best I can recall to him and ask him, "What are you exactly, anyways? I haven't seen something like you before."
So what situation does he explain to me exactly?
So overall, he explains to you that the last thing he recalls before he was knocked unconscious was the fact
Twice.
that a group of 3 assassins showed up to kill them and wiped out the entire town to try and kill him specifically, due to the fact that he was blamed for the death of a town.
So they were blamed for the death, and assassins were sent to kill them, and they fought the assassins in the tavern.
Yep, and the assassins apparently killed the entire town to avoid any issues. Well, one of them supposedly hid them, and another killed them all.
Okay.
So from my understanding, this town's up for grabs. Would you like to help us take it over?
My character kind of slightly blindsides you and starts drinking heavily, and asks for like 2 bottles of ale in the first go around.
The monk the little cat person seems to sit down next to you, Vukyak, and starts drinking. It says, "Name's Dibus."
And I just kind of lean forward and kind of look at him, tilt my head a bit. Whose cat is this?
That's no one's cat. He's the one who kind of saved me. I'm king.
As Zayas returns back from her conversation with Azaris, she exclaims out, "Sir, do you live here? And don't eat my companion."
I guess I used to. Not anymore. I go back to drinking.
Okay.
I'll keep serving Hill as much as he can drink. If he empties out all the kegs, I'm
I'll
fine with
probably drink 3 bottles max.
Zara seems to shout from the background. The horned human you've met shouts from the background, saying, "Eat it! I want its tail." You also see a rather large boar walking around the room, kind of oinking and seems to be eating trash.
Like a
this. I see
live
the boar and I
dead
think,
boar?
ooh, lunch.
Yeah, it's a live boar. Zaya exclaims, "Dibus is the only reason your boar wasn't butchered," to Zaris. And Zaris exclaims, "Robert!"
What did you say, Robert?
That's the boar's name, I'm guessing.
Zaris runs up to the boar and hugs it. Yeah, Vukyak, you get the sense that the boar's name is Robert.
Can I make an insight check and see if it's the same Robert who owned the tavern?
Sure.
This is good.
That's gonna be a 5.
Well, it's really, you don't sense any magic from it, and it doesn't seem. It seems that this horned human has known this pig for a long time as a pig, so you're probably safe to assume that this thing is a pig.
Okay, but the horn human has seen it for a very long time,
Yeah, he's known this pig for a long time.
so not a slaughter animal. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you name your slaughter animal? Oh no.
Depends on the times.
Do not name the things you're gonna eat. It's never a good idea. All right.
Why not? If you do that and you hold up a pork chop, this is Porky.
Oh. Zarda says, you start to talk, Vukyak, King, and Zaya, you just see, Zarda seems to get down in the boar's face and start grunting. The boar tells
That's
you,
another crazy one.
that there was an attack on the ship. The ship almost got sunk due to a giant tentacled monster. The big red chicken ran away and vanished somehow, and that they got this really ugly, hairy human in exchange.
I'm going to Nah, you know what? I'm just gonna keep drinking a bit. I'm gonna, because it's a bit out of my league. I'm not gonna get involved in this weird pig shenanigans.
Not gonna try to speak pig, huh?
I mean, I can. I legitimately can cast Speak of Animals and talk to
Okay.
him, but I don't want to. 'Cause it's gonna take 10 minutes of time to do.
Oh god. So Zaya walks up and puts out a hand and introduces herself, Vukyak, as Zaya, and asks for your name.
You kind of see this big, kind of muscly fingered, kind of garbed and wrapped in cloth with many kind of bits of fur, kind of sporadically and greasily kind of popping out of kind of the bandage seams. Vukak! Wait.
That sounds so terrible.
Yeah, Vukak. I'm trying to figure out the voice. The voice is really fucked. The voice is scuffed. I'm trying to figure out a good voice for him, but it's very hard
Vukiak.
making Vukiak. I kind of shake your hand.
It's Noel for Voidcock.
I like it.
Alright, Zaya just says, hello. And Dibus seems to pay very much close attention to you, Vukyak, as you are talking to the female horned human. So Zaya starts to ask you what you can tell her about this town overall.
Okay. And trying a new voice. It was pleasant. And I kind of look over to the blood spatters, but that all ended.
10 out of 10 voice. Hey, Zaya does a good robot.
I I can agree. It must have been pretty nice here. Well, I'm gonna go loot some places. Bye. I'm a walk out now to the nearest armor shop.
Okay, I got a question for you. You've almost been killed how many times now by going off on your own or doing things? You're like the
I
main
didn't go
center
off
of death. Why would you leave the party? I'm just curious.
You know what? You're right. Maybe I shouldn't. I'm gonna stop at the door and rethink my life.
Okay. As you feel some divine intervention suddenly hit you in the face. As the door slams into your nose.
Okay,
What?
that's a strong robot right there. You're
Yep.
you're right, dude. Holy shit, that's
Uh-huh.
a really good robot. Man, I
She
didn't
does it
believe
excellently.
And the best thing is she's got perfect signal. You just don't know it.
you.
Don't
She doesn't
Zaya,
know she
if
has
it
perfect signal either.
Zaya, don't if you want, you can turn off the stream right now because I'm not doing anything in stream. The only reason I have the map up is for my own reference and for those watching. I'll let you know when you go into combat if that'll help your lag. So well, it helped a little bit. We can hear 2 syllables now.
Let's see if we can get to 3 before the end of the night.
Goddamn. Nope.
So recognizing the lizard folk, the 2 horned people, the literal cat, and everyone else.
The dwarf.
Yeah.
I will
and-
mention-
Oh yeah.
That something that catches your eye immediately, Vukiak, is that the 2 horned humans, the cat, and the lizard folk all have a specific symbol on them. It looks to be a red talon, like emblem of sorts.
Do I recognize it from my time traveling and kind of just being a general wanderer?
Yeah, not really. You've never dealt with any of this type. You've heard of groups or guilds that carry similar markings, but as far as the specific name, no.
What is that marking for?
They're part of the Crimson Talons.
What are you?
They're part of the Crimson Talons Guild. I just got swept up in one of the parties of the Crimson Talons. Bullshit. I ended up here. I didn't even get to become a member, and I still got my ass handed to me by Crimson Talons.
Who's the nearest one of these banners on their arms I can see?
From what the closest one to you would be currently the female horned human.
She's sitting down at the table next to me, or is she kind of wandering about?
She's standing against the wall, kind of watching you as she was talking to, and sir, what looks to be her brother next to her. As you now look at the 2 of them and realize they're obviously related.
What does the talon mean? I can't hear anything she just said.
No.
Still 10 out of 10.
Zaya, you're gonna have to type. Sorry, until you get a better signal. Not my fault. You're the one who told us that you couldn't do it with Fridays because you didn't want to annoy any family members. So she says, "Pardon?"
The talon that you wear crested on you. What does it mean?
Zaya, it's at this point you realize that you've been carrying around a small emblem around your neck this entire time with a red talon. First time you've ever noticed it in a year and a half roughly now that you've been part of this group. Insight? Okay, go ahead, roll insight. What are you rolling insight to find out? I can't wait to hear this one. Are you rolling insight on yourself to figure out where that thing came from? I mean, if you're lying to yourself, that would be the most bardic trick I've ever seen.
That would
They
be
lie
epic.
to everyone, even themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They also seduce everyone, even themselves.
Hell yeah!
I just got a good idea for something later for Grim Legacy. Okay.
You're welcome.
But yeah, go ahead and roll insight and let me know what you get, Zaya, and let me know what you're rolling insight on. Oh, okay. How you got it? All right. What'd you roll?
I can't hear.
You gotta type. What did you roll? Non-nat 20. Non-nat 20. Okay.
So is she inciting against me, or
No, she's
like,
inciting against herself to try and figure out where she got this emblem.
Oh.
So you recall that Greg gave this to you guys at one point to show that you represent the Crimson Talon. It just became such a side thing that you never really paid attention to it. Oh, well, she left.
I think
Well-
she's probably trying to fix her mic.
Well, she's got a really poor signal. That's the problem.
Nah.
Oh, she went offline. Oh, shit.
Shoo. Maybe your like phone died. Oh, her phone probably died.
King.
She's probably restarting her phone.
Your sister
Give
died.
her a minute.
Hey, look who it is! It's the gayest man of the hour.
She's back.
Hi, I'm Bi.
I am too. High five.
Woo!
They both do gay voices. Oh my god, we are gonna have a trap off.
Oh my god, it's so lovely.
No, oh god.
You really
Oh
want to travel?
God.
Alright, the
DM,
DM is
you
taking
really
a minute
wanna
because
trap?
he. Nope, I'm gonna go take a
DM?
leak. You have.
Yes, twin slay. Oh my god, Tiffany, I was talking to you the other day that.
Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can actually understand the robot. Hold on.
Speak, Kazaya, speak. Nope.
She was trying to, then you interrupted.
Nope, we can't.
It's
Still
better.
one syllable.
It's like a more one syllable, which is an improvement.
Hold up. We're...
I'm sorry.
Troubles there because I kept seeing Wolf in the freaking chat.
Hold on, are we missing someone?
close.
It is better,
Yeah,
I will
Vusa.
say, but still
Oh.
bad. Can't understand anything you're saying. It's like the
Getting
syllables are getting
closer.
more frequent. Yeah, it's getting slightly closer, but still understandable.
All I heard was Cretan.
Get on your roof.
Then jump.
Do
Wait,
a
what?
flip.
Dude, oh my god, I was literally saying do a flip.
You know, it wasn't too long ago that King, everyone requested that you do a flip.
Oh, I know. By the way,
Alright.
welcome back.
Oh yeah,
She's almost better.
I took a minute. I figured Fuka needed his time of glory to show off. Fuka, you do that voice and I will shove you into a skirt and lipstick. So shut up.
Oh hell yeah.
If you do this, you have to put him on the live stream.
I will, and he can laugh all he wants, but I'm big. I know I'm stronger than he is.
Oh
But I
hell yeah.
Oh god.
Hey, wait. How do we know he won't enjoy the skirt?
Oh no, he's made it very clear he doesn't want one. But I mean, I know I can go on Amazon and have a little schoolgirl's outfit here within about an hour.
Submission.
And lipstick ain't expensive. I can get my little sister over here to help me with that. She'll do his makeup.
Tie him to a damn chair and.
He's gonna look so cute.
This ain't happening. This ain't happening.
Fuka, you've given me a great idea now. I thank you for that. I can't wait till you come out here. At least you know I'm not loud. Alright. So,
No.
yeah, Fuka does have a fan out there, by the way. There is a guy in one of the stands, I can't remember which one it was, that thinks Fuka sounds very cute, so...
Dear God, no.
Good job.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Anyways.
doesn't he though? I mean,
Yeah,
am I right?
No.
Yep.
Anyways,
Alright.
back onto the
Are we making
The-
you
the-
uncomfortable, Cameron?
No, I'm just trying to move the story along. 'cause
Oh
I
shit!
didn't
I
get any
dated a guy
story
named
for-
Cameron.
Cameron, do you have something you want to tell us?
No, this is the one time that is a different Cameron.
You know, you did say you had someone up in New York, so I'm curious if this might... Did we find the lost love?
Oh.
No.
No, he was in Colorado. Total stoner, great guy. Didn't
Oh,
really. get
well,
off of
damn.
him.
Damn, I mean...
And there's
Maybe-
one thing you all know about me: I'm not a stoner, or in Colorado.
Yeah.
Well,
Or,
we actually don't know if
Wait,
you're in
that's
Colorado.
more than one. You lying to us now, Cameron?
I can't count.
God.
Shut up. I have surgery tomorrow at 1. Stop.
No, okay, I'm sorry.
Please.
How does that? No, fuck you. That doesn't affect anything. Fuck you. I'm not giving you
Anyway,
mercy.
Okay, back to story. Get your
See-
DM mode back on.
Secret backstory. I mean, we can go
Oh,
back to the.
okay.
We can go back to the little girl skirt. What the fuck?
Let's
Fuck! I keep
continue
schoolgirl.
with the story.
Yes,
I didn't get any
please.
story
Yes,
on
please.
Friday
Fuck
for
everything.
D&D. I had to deal with bullshit, so please.
God, hey, you think it's bad? You should have watched as they had to deal with Fuka not being there for his main storyline.
Really?
Alright.
Me?
Yeah, you disappeared for like half an hour. When they went off and got themselves almost killed by a guy named Zong with a large dong.
I mean, that was their fault, not mine.
Well, you weren't there.
Anyways, back to Zia trying to explain the Talon thing.
Coffee's not working. So yeah, Zaya with a nat 20, you recall, or almost nat 20. Yes, you basically were given this by Greg to show that you represent the Crimson Talon. It's basically a symbol to get you any access to any shops, kingdoms, or
wording with that
any. How is that
Hello,
bad?
Moto.
How is that bad wording?
Hello, Mata.
means we're guild property as far as I can tell, she says.
Well, I mean Zaris is, but
Hi, I'm property.
That's why I said bad wording.
bad flirting? No, actually, if that was flirting, I can do. Was bad. I can do much better. Because I can get Fuka flustered in a few minutes. All right.
No, you can't. You cannot.
Do we want to start this
I don't
again?
want to know.
All right. So, yes, as Zaya mentions, it's a guild mark, and then it basically marks them as guild property.
I kind of asked what the guild does.
Oh, we just basically collect very valuable stuff.
Anything and everything, as far as I can tell, from city destruction to collecting goods.
And if we, oh my god, if we manage to earn enough rank, we can form our own guild.
Without bounties.
Yeah, they do
Yeah.
those. I got an earful from Greg how I should join like my mother did.
Zaya, we didn't hear you. Nope. So, yes, from what you gather, it sounds basically like overall this group hunts, kills, and does whatever they're told to as far as quests go.
So
Other
now
than
that
that,
you've got
whatever
this entire town killed on your behalf, what will you do now?
I'm gonna loot it, and then they'll probably claim it, and I'm gonna see if I can't get a hold of Greg and just let him know, hey, dead town, perfect for an outpost, have fun.
We don't know you, period. Well, I don't.
You
know
don't.
Period.
I point to Zaya, she does, and
the
I'm a
only
cleric, and I am
resident
wearing cloth,
Left.
so
So,
My business.
sis, what's that? As I point to King.
Dibus looks over at you and Vukyok and says, "Oh, that's the useless healer. He's supposed to be good at things, but all we found is he's good at dying."
Oh.
hey, I became a cleric on accident.
Zaya
Cold water.
goes, he's what the other group called him, peasant. And she mentions that they'll probably go back to the guild, most likely.
I mean, is he a part of our guild now?
No,
No,
neither is
I
King.
just had the great fortune of meeting Greg.
I pull out a dagger. Come join our guild, friend.
I have,
I have business here in the...
I have my glaive kind of resting in between my kind of shoulder, kind of like my armpit, kind of resting there.
I'm gonna look at them all and say, I have business here in the human land, so if you're gonna head back to your guild,
I mean,
I gotta go.
you're kind of stuck with us now, so... Sis, would you like to start out the carving, or would I like to hold him down?
You come anywhere near me, we're all gonna freeze to death. I can guarantee it. And you're not gonna like how cold it gets.
I think that's a bit kinky.
Can't be colder than his love life.
Damn.
Fuka, I was insulting you, but okay.
I know, but damn.
Alright, yeah. As Zaya seems to smile at King and walk up behind him, she whispers only slightly enough for Zaris to hear, right in King's ear. Oh my god,
Jesus
fuck.
Christ!
Don't do that again. Keep him alive for now, he may be useful. Tell me, what are you good at? Zaya says to King, right in his ear. And the rest of ours. Oh, Jesus.
I can teach you magic. I am good. I'm at least proficient with my healing spells if I can actually get them off. I need to go find some armor so I'm not going to get bitch slapped like I did last time. And I can know how to run a bar and know how to make some ale. As well as I'm proficient with blacksmithing. My mother taught me well. She was a blacksmith for the Crimson Talons.
What information do you have? I'm interested in information, Zaya says to King.
Interest.
That gnome that's with the only information I have is that the Grim Legacy is on a warpath to destroy everything. And if you're lucky, you might be included in that. The destroying part, not the getting destroyed.
Dibus looks to Vukiak and says, you happen to hear anything about the Grim Legacy in these territories?
Never heard of it. And I kind of stand up and walk over to the bar, and I'm gonna use my cook utensils and begin kind of cooking a feast with
Okay.
all the food that no one's gonna be eating anymore.
Okay.
The God War, I shift uncomfortably. I know nothing of this.
Zaya, Vukiak, you hear her mention a god war as well.
Great. Thanks for being dumb, sis.
I have nothing to do with this God War. I just have to go jump into a black hole now. For
Roll insight
no
as
particular reason.
Hey, King, come
Insight on King, go ahead and roll that.
Should I roll deception?
Yep.
Okay, time to close out Switch and pull up my character sheet.
Oh. Alright, a 17?
Oh
Okay.
God.
Don't read Twitch chat, please.
16 total.
Alright, Zaya, you can tell he is lying through his teeth.
So, sis, is he lying?
As Vukiak is cooking, Dibus kind of comes up and offers a hand just to kind of stay out of the discussion over there, as something's about to get messy.
Div is the one being the cat.
Yes.
You're true, I do owe you a favor. You want the truth, take a seat, because this is going to be a long-ass fucking story.
Woohoo! Story time!
There once was a gay black man who got turned into a thought.
Name Chocolate Thunder!
Fuck you.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Divis and go, it's best not that you help me, or I might just be tempted to make you the feast, little one. And I just kind of push him aside and kind of keep cooking on my own.
Dibus just kind
Just
of
have
moves
Dibus-
a little bit back and just says, and just accepts the situation, not outright trying to kill this man at this time.
As everybody sits down, I explain that I was a student in college in the Elven Kingdom, and I owned a bar that was once owned by, I'm gonna guess that this name is well known, Aelbert the Unsteady,
Who?
as well as I had gotten his fire whiskey recipe.
Who?
Neither Zaya or Zaris or Vukiak have any idea who that is.
He was part of a group known as the Red Barons. He went missing in the Elven Kingdom in a mountain, trying to fight a red dragon. I'm not gonna go over his damn story. He's my father, he's a moron, he's dead.
Okay.
Created the most powerful liquor in the world. Moving on. Some cultists appeared in the mountain where he had supposedly cleared them all out. So I went there and got captured. Very stupidly.
No
Shortly
wonder.
after that, I met the Grim Legacy. Managed to get cursed and lose my magic. Thinking along the lines of curse, holy water can remove curses, I poured it on myself and became a cleric for someone known as the Lady. She is a goddess who is needing help getting her footing back in this world. She knows of the God War. I do not know how much of it, and I do not know much else. All I know is I have to go walk into Legolas's black hole that he left in the human kingdom, and walk out with her body,
So-
anyways, which is in plant form.
We gotta chuck this man into a black hole. I like to pay money to see that.
I'll bet you 100 gold right now I walk back out.
I mean, that's if we survive.
As Vukiak just continues to cook and Dibus sits back enjoying the smells.
Yes, because it's more or less, and I ask for someone, actually no, I pull out a piece of paper, I grab a piece of paper from somewhere and a quill or something to write with,
Did you
and
just
I
pull
draw
that
up her
paper
holy
out of
symbol
his
that I've
ass?
seen probably multiple times now.
The fuck is this
And
symbol?
this is her holy symbol.
The fuck is this? It looks like shit.
I'm not a good artist, damn it.
You don't recognize this symbol whatsoever. It looks more like he just drew a child's drawing of a fire truck.
We have no idea what a fire truck is.
Exactly. That's why I said this is just that you don't recognize this whatsoever.
You don't know what the fuck it is, so I don't care.
And neither does King, honestly. He looks just as confused as you. The sad thing is this was considered his best drawing of his life.
But I can teach magic, so if any of you have an apt for it, I can
Zaya?
help with that.
Roll religion, go ahead. Oh man. When the new guy
And I
just
turn-
stays off to the side and cooks.
And I turn to Vulkick and be like, "You're pretty good at that. I can smell it from here."
And just kind of look at you and kind of give you a nod and go back to just kind of chopping and butchering kind of salted meats and things like that. Very hearty meal.
You see the
If I
boar
ever
slowly
open
walk
another
away.
bar, I'm gonna hire you as a cook. I swear it now.
Alright, Zaya with a 16. This symbol is unknown to you. You've never seen this symbol, you've never heard of this symbol. You're pretty sure this isn't even a religious symbol. King just made this up out of his ass because he's never seen this symbol.
Doesn't help that she doesn't show me this because I have her magic. I need to have the religious symbol to use.
I know. Well, it could be
That
worse.
serious sit down with the lady.
You could have gotten a Del Pino as a butt plug. After someone decided to dump it in a hole. A god-killing
Never did
weapon.
see. Do you want? You can have fun with it. I don't really care.
I'd be much, much more afraid. I know it's in where Nazarik's temple used to be. Correct?
What?
The black hole is in the capital of the was in the old capital of the human land, correct?
Yes, it would be where what would be considered Nazarik's temple, which most people today don't know where that is unless they've lived in these lands.
So I know it would be pretty much it'd be called Legolas Ruins or something by now.
No, it would be the only thing that any of you that would ring a bell of something like a dark area that would symbolize what you'd assume would be a black hole, seeing as black holes really have never been discovered, would be a black mist that seems to be where the Walkers of the Void make their base.
There, where the Walkers of the Void are. And yes, I get to go walk right into there and walk in there and walk out unharmed.
Big talk
Hopefully.
from a mini man.
Big talk from a tiefling. I've only met 3 of you so far. The first one was nice. The second one was alright. You're just a dick.
Thank you. I try.
Zaya asks,
I gain-
what do you gain from this goddess for aiding her?
At this, I shrug and just say, I get to keep living, and I get to hopefully cause some trouble for the Gurm Legacy. Because honestly, they kind of ruined my life.
I mean, if
Only
they
one of
ruin
them's-
your...
Only one of them is redeemable, and that's their bark. I owe that one my life.
Oh, that's sweet. What are you gonna do? Marry it?
No, I'm teaching them magic.
Get fucked by it. It's at this point, Vukyuk, as you're continuing to cut up and work on the meal, Dibus kind of whispers over into your. Are you following any of this? Because I've given up.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
You giving up on what?
I
Listening.
think that was in
Um,
character.
That was in character, but
I
that's
sure-
okay.
Oh.
Well, you know, hey, it fits.
Oh, okay.
Suddenly the voice goes normal, and you all look at him in shock.
What the fuck?
Like in my head. Sorry.
Yeah. What do you gain from the... Okay, is there any, like Crimson Talon bases in the human lands? There are not. The Crimson Talon do not work out of the Isle of Man. They send missions there, but they've never been allowed to set up due to the alliances with the Walkers of the Void.
I look at Zia and be like, we could mess. Do you have the book that you can use to contact Greg? Or any merchants that you can
Hey,
have
sis,
decided
give
to
me that
befriend?
book real quick.
I looked at Divis and kind of just say, not a single word.
He just nods, Pershiv, and continues to watch as he's downing rum.
I'm kind of using a cleaver to kind of hack, boom, 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 just kind of cutting off, like, meat shaving off ribs and shit like that.
Mhm.
Making a meaty meal.
Oh, man. Zaya looks to Zaris and says, "You don't have it?"
Oh gods. Did you go lose your damn book?
Divis,
Dibus nods.
go outside and fetch sturdy sticks.
Dibus does so with a kind of a jaunt and smile. Zaris just starts to whisper into Zaya's ear slightly, and while the two seem to have a quiet conversation together.
What kind of fruits and vegetables does the tavern have? Mainly
Use-
vegetables.
Probably dried apples and bananas and things.
Mostly
I'm looking for things like potatoes, things
Yeah.
that go in a stew.
veggies. All you can find are a couple potatoes and a bucket full of onion.
I'm gonna get one onion, chop it up, get all the potatoes, and I'm gonna make basically just a kebab bowl filled with little chunks of meat and like
Mhm.
chunks of potato. So you get little, and then whenever the Divis brings the sticks back in, I'm gonna use my glaive or like one of my knives and just kind of sharpen the sticks like marshmallow sticks.
Mm.
And whenever I kind of put the meal on the table, I'm gonna run a stick so they can stab and kind of get the food they want from the giant bowl of meat and cooked vegetables and kind of stew almost.
Okay. As Dibus returns slowly. And let me check something. Suddenly, someone notices they have a book, in their inventory, I assume. Wait, what the fuck? Did your Oh, that's right. You lost. Wait. Does not. I don't recall. Let me check something. No, yep, you're correct. You lost the book when you got stuck into the Kraken,
Mhm.
Zaris. So what are you gonna do to try and communicate?
Scream his name in anguish?
No, he won't come like that.
Bad choice of words there, buddy boy, but you know, not inaccurate.
And besides, that was his past lovers. But anyway,
I've
Can
also
I
taken my
arc-
hood down a bit.
Okay.
I've kind of revealed a bit more of my face so I can see my cooking.
Robert's the true heir to the Greg throne.
God. But can I try and Arcana telepath him?
You can try. Roll an Arcana check. And what are you going to say?
Yo, boy, guess who's back?
As you lot kind of slightly hear, it sounds like Zaris talking outside, just a general area. And Zaris, you see Dibus walking up, looking up at you kind of strangely, like you're insane. Nothing happens.
Stop scrying us! Fucking speak to us, you bitch!
Nothing happens as Dibus continues to look at you in slight fear and rather wonder.
I should out. Question the cat. He took me there.
As Dibus walks in, he looks to King and says, "Be careful, I'll skewer you on my stick."
I'll try
That sounds something
Arcana
that
again.
that other guy, that guy that walked out there would more enjoy than me, lad.
What'd you say, Zaris?
I'll try Arcana again.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask Dibus if he has the book.
Dibus looks at you and says, I'm not speaking to lesser beings. And goes and hands the sticks to Vukyak.
Fun
And
meat. I gotta take the stick.
Alright.
Well,
Zaris
ask
and
him if he has the book, then, Zaya.
nothing happens.
I'm kind of letting all the food stew right now, so I start sharpening sticks. It's kind of stewing in a pot.
Okay.
You know what? I'm the one that's probably been in most recent contact with Greg. Can I try rolling something to see what might contact him?
Sure.
Can I roll persuasion to get him to actually talk to us?
Sure.
Let's roll. Okay.
And please let me know what you're gonna say.
17. I'm gonna say, hey Greg, these assholes lost their book. How much trouble are they in?
So Vukyak, Dibus, and Zaya, you just hear King say this randomly.
I pretend to try to ignore it because I do not get wrapped up in this weird magic crap that I don't understand.
Dibus just nods to you in a understanding.
Kind of like that face of like, what the fuck did they just? I'm gonna ignore it. Kind of like that face.
Okay. Nothing happens, King.
Damn. Thought that might work.
So as you guys continue on, the morning light seems to pour in more and more. About 3:30 a.m. hits around. The light pours into the windows.
I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna go try and find some armor at this point because we're just wasting time here.
Is that the time right now, or time skip real quick?
The time skipped ahead of about a half an hour, so your meal should be done cooking by this point.
Okay, at this point, I drain a lot of the liquid and kind of leave mainly just the good bits and kind of put in one giant wooden bowl and bring it to the center area, like one big table, and kind of put it down with a very kind of marshmallow sticks I've whittled down, kind of very to a fine point, and kind of just put them around the table in one bundle.
All right.
Start eating.
Okay. Dibus joins you, and Zaya asks, "Do you know how to repair boats? Ours got damaged when it crash landed."
No. Mainly traveled on foot my life. Not one for boats, I just use one for fishing.
Alright.
And to anyone who eats this meal, I do believe they get to add something to their health pool. I'm not even joking. I think it's in... Let me just go to the expanded rules. You keep talking, I'll find the rule in the meantime.
Alright. So King, as you head out, You find some half plate that's been dented overall, and a nice simple shield.
I will take them both, and for the half plate, I'm checking something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So I do believe I have something. I have mending, so you know what? I will mend it.
Okay, as it seems to
take out
repair
the dent.
itself.
Okay, so add that in, I'm guessing.
Uh-huh. As you look at the armor, it's a nice silver color, very similar to an ironish design, and seems to have the symbol, or has a symbol on it that you recognize roughly as a noble house of some sort, but you don't know who.
I posted the
I hope
effect
that
in the
goes-
chat.
All right, sweet. There you go.
Half plate armor. That. Why didn't I add it? Because I hate things. That's why.
All right, yeah. So I assume Zaris also
And a
joins
shield.
and eats.
Yeah, fuck.
Dibus kind of looks at Zaris and smiles and says, "How does the seafood taste?"
You know
Never
what,
been
Cat?
a fan
Maybe
for
you should be
non-bloody
next.
food.
What was that, Zaris?
I don't know, Cat. Why won't you try it?
Says, you know, I don't really care for Kraken, but I hear whale tastes pretty good these days.
I'm gonna keep looting to see if I can't find any magic items.
Okay.
What should I roll for that? Brain fart.
Oh shit.
Investigation, I'm guessing.
Yes. Zaya
Yay.
says quietly, "You two fight outside, please. This place is already trashed." And
I agree. I would at least like to enjoy my last night in this town
21.
peacefully.
Dibus just nods. All right. With a 21, and you're looking for magic items,
Yep.
you find nothing. It
Nope.
seems most of this place was just for like fish merchants and for the basic outpost for guards to ride through.
Alright, I'm gonna head back to the inn now that I'm suited up with a bit better armor and everything.
Also, Tren, this is for you. Alright, yeah, alright, so as you guys continue to enjoy your meal, about a half an hour passes by. King eventually joins you about 10 minutes in, having now half plate and a
Nice.
shield. And the meal seems overall pretty well designed, and surprisingly, you're shocked that this being that you know really nothing about seems to be able to cook so well.
Though I will say that my hood's down fully at this point, so you do see my exposed kind of hyena, kind of sharp teeth. Though I have a lot of scarring kind of on my snout a bit, and my eye seems a bit almost kind of bloodshot and a bit kind of almost like the entire thing has gone white. So my eyes kind
What
of
do we
dead.
get from eating the meal, by the way?
For every hit die you spend during a short rest, you regain 1 extra health point.
Uh-huh.
So if you take a short rest and you spend 2 hit dice, you get 2 hit points extra.
So, and this would be considered a short rest as you guys are relaxing and kicking back at this point. And some of you do need it. So yes, the other thing I will mention is as you guys continue to eat and kind of enjoy the simple meal, the sounds of the outside area seems to come back. Nature seems to come back about. You can finally hear things once again moving and chirping and so on and so forth.
We should probably claim this town
I'm
as
using
ours.
2 hit die real quick. So
That's okay.
2d8.
Dibus looks at Zaris and says, "What, so you can turn it into a pigsty? Can't even take care of a boar. I had to take the poor thing."
Oh, how about we transform it into a cat butchering farm? You'll love it.
Well, you
Best
know,
to, best to burn it. No uses for it in its current state outside of guilds.
well, it's also at this point that you all can start to smell the slight scent of death coming from a further hallway down to behind you a lot as you've been eating.
I go to
Well-
investigate.
Someone died horribly.
All right, Vukiak, as you run down the hall or walk down the hallway, I assume rather careful in case of there being any
Glaive out.
creature.
Yep.
You see as you kind of peek around the hallway, it gets darker as you go further, and the torches seem to dim almost as you go in, as they're starting to wane down in the wee hours of the morning. And I say wee hours only for someone of your background who doesn't typically sleep late into the morning. Um, I'll get to that here in a sec, Zaya. You see, or you start to smell the stench of death get stronger, but you also start to hear the occasional crunch, like something's chewing, something's biting. And the sound of what sounds like a liquid gushing of sorts. As you kind of peek around the corner, just ever so slightly staying to the shadows, you see what looks to be a gray-looking creature chewing on a human corpse.
What creature type does it look like? Bestial, aberration? Like, what vibe do I get from it?
It looks almost humanoid, but with a grayer color and with teeth, but it looks to be more bestial.
Does it look like, through all my experiences in life, does this creature look like a severe threat to my well-being, or does it look like something I could easily kill?
You get the sense that you could probably kill something like this on your own, but that multiple of these things would be rather dangerous. It is also at this point you notice that it's got breastplate on, like it's in armor, a blackened armor that seems very crudely made, and broken up.
So is it feral? Like it's wearing armor, but its behavior is more like a hungry beast?
Yes.
Frantically?
Yes, seems to be chewing and biting, and on occasion you see another one seems to come up from what looks to be a hole in the wall that you've now just suddenly noticed as your fascination leaves this creature. A broken hole in this brick that seems to open up into a deeper tunnel, and you see one, then you see another, then you see a larger one, and they seem to come in and grab what looks to be a person that is somewhat. You still see a slight movement in their chest and drag it further, and you don't recognize the person whatsoever, though. But you get the sense of extreme danger.
I'm gonna sneak back and kind of go back to the center end where everyone else is.
Okay. As you return back, Zaya, go ahead and give me an investigation roll to see if you can find any gold that was left by the owner. Because it's not enough to let the man have been killed, you now have to rob him. Oh, Zopip would be so proud.
Of who?
Of Zaya looking to rob a dead man. 14. You found about 100 pieces of gold and a little book.
As I kind of get back in the center end area, I'm kind of gonna go say, do I see everyone eating still, or are they kind of all on their meals at this time?
Dibus and Dibus and Zaris are still seem to be bickering back and forth and eating, joking about something. You see that Robert the boar seems to be laying on the ground grunting as he's chewing on something or other. Zaya seems to be digging around as seems to be looking for something as she seems to pocket something, and the large lizard folk seems to kind of just be sitting on a barrel of ale and smiling overall about the whole situation, rather content with life.
Who looks the most battle ready, like the most warrior-esque?
The lizard folk, who is, I believe, in full plate.
Yeah, but that's also the player doesn't really do much, so I don't get killed.
That's true. Besides that, the only other person who looks like martially ready would be the cat, who seems to be well armed.
Sorry, I had to switch over devices.
Holy shit, Cameron sounds so different now.
I'm just gonna kind of walk next to the table with the food bowl and kind of just stomp the kind of end of my glaive kind of on the ground and say, "Who here is ready for a fight?"
I get prepared for a fight the moment he says that.
Okay.
In the destruction of the village that you led to these people, you also attracted some type of ghoulish creature. A couple of them are feasting on the remains of innocent in the back room of this building with a further chasm or hole-like entrance behind them. They've most likely already made a nest using the bodies of the innocents as a stockpile of food. Gray, humanoid, wearing plate armor, intelligent, or had someone intelligent.
Can I roll to know what the heck that is?
Sure.
What would I roll?
I have a hunch. Could I roll see if my hunch is correct?
Sure.
My character might think, is it like a zombie someone resurrected for their purposes? Like a undead of sorts?
Well, roll Arcana to see if you can sense any magic, or if you recognize the magic.
-1, a 17, -1, a 16. Hell yeah,
Okay.
that's good enough for me.
Zaya says, why? What did you find? Describe the creature. You can roll
I'll read
nature
it.
if you want, Zaya. But-
Yeah, I was gonna roll history to see if I'd heard about this creature. Something that matches this, and I have a 15 for that. So history to see if I recognize this creature from memory from reading book.
And DM, real quick, later through the game, is there any way that I would be able to perhaps get a special equipment via hiring someone to make it for me, so I could perhaps use a pole arm like my glaive and a shield at the same time, like having a shield kind of, spear walk set up?
Yeah, you should definitely head back to the Blazing Hold to meet a man named 10X. He is a favorite of most of my players and a very good merchant who can pretty much either, if he can't find it for you, he can make it for you.
All right, whenever I figure out about him, I'll ask him.
But yes, you can pretty much order that in any custom town or any town that you can find a blacksmith who's at least competent.
All right, so I got a 16 for my Arcana. Did I learn anything?
Yep. Give me a sec. I'm just collecting the rolls. Zaya, you got a 17 in nature, and then King, what are you rolling? History?
I rolled history and I got a 15.
Okay.
To see if
So-
it recognizes the description from any books that I have read.
Vukyuk, you sense light magic coming from the creatures, but it seems that the magic seems to be sourced from them, like it is not coming from someone else who would have cast a spell on them. Zaya, from the way Vukyuk kind of describes them, you've never heard of a creature like this before. There's any creature that you've ever seen. This doesn't sound like it would be something natural. And King, nothing comes up. Literally, you've never read a book about this. Even going through the extensive libraries of the college back in your hometown, this is something you've never heard of. The closest that comes to thought is maybe something of corruption, of mana corruption, or maybe demonic corruption.
All right, let's hope we can take these things. How many did you see?
I saw 2 at the time, but Nest usually bring more.
True.
Though, I did sense something from its magic radiating off of its being without a source other than its own. Light in nature, not dark. Confuses me.
Could be magical corruption then, within the bodies themselves.
Saya mentions we have to block or that would be a good idea to block the nest.
Well, that's only going to temporarily solve the problem.
But the fight takes much out of us. We can block the nest entrance and recover from our injuries and then go back into it whenever we're at full power.
True. Alright, let's get prepped to go kill something. I'm only at half health, so this ought to be fun.
Oh, also, if everyone is interested in kind of seeing a general idea, I think my character looks like, there's a channel I should post a picture of, or the side quest
you
chat.
can use the general, that's fine, or side quest chat.
Okay, I'll use side quest because that's kind of like the relative one. So yeah, this is a kind of it's kind of based off of the original kind of null image, was a 3D model, I think, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, with that white-eyed description, I think this fits pretty good. But yeah, my character then quickly kind of takes off his large, kind of almost Oni-like tapestry of a cloak, kind of like a rugged material, and you see this kind of armor, slightly of a bit of metal plating on shoulder, and kind of a red loincloth of a gnoll who has a claim to have a scythe.
I'm just gonna shrug. Alright, at least you're on our side for this.
I'm kind of cracking my neck.
And
Feel
I'd heal
good.
myself, Miss Leader, but if I waste my spells on me, I can't heal you guys.
Alright. Give me a moment just to get it all set up and get the proper ambiance going. Because we're about to go ahead and get ready for something interesting.
But
Is there a Roll 20 I should join?
No,
Okay.
no,
it's all on
Is-
stream.
On a
I'm
stream?
looking through my.
Oh
spells
yeah,
real
you
quick.
didn't realize we were streaming on Twitch this entire time.
No,
huh?
I realized it, but I didn't know what the link was or
There
anything
you
like that. Thank you very much. Oh, I saw that earlier. I didn't click on it though.
Yep, that would be the link. Alright, give me a moment to get... Oh, that's not OBS. Alright, let me move back over to your guys' characters so we can get that ready. And block off Discord and get game capture up. Alright. As you lot stand about, what's the marching order?
Oh, this is fucking dope.
We're gonna put the
First.
null in the front, I believe. I'll go next since I have the second highest AC, or
Okay.
the highest AC.
So
And then
Vukiak
push the
is
people behind me.
you're up first, if I can get you in there. Followed by King.
I'm excited up to Wolf for now. That's cool.
I don't have a null exactly, so. Oops.
Yeah. Oh, Wolf can find one before next game probably.
Yeah, I can find it. It won't be a problem. It's just I didn't have time to, because
Yeah, makes sense.
Dibus will follow up. Dibus is in front of me. Yep, got it. And then I will probably put Zarus at the very back since he's the spellcaster. I assume. Is that correct, Zarus?
Yep.
Okay. So, as you lot begin to march, getting down to the very edge and peeking, let me just get all characters down. If I can get this without snapping, that will work. Because some of these will not fully go in perfectly.
With how
Because
dark it is down here, would it be smart for me to cast light on something?
if you do that, you get the sense that someone would notice. Let me turn that down just slightly. There we go.
If anyone does turn on a light source, I kind of tell them to turn it off because the monsters could see it.
Alright, Vukiak,
Well,
the
I have
first...
dark vision, so it's
You
more for
see currently 4 to 6 creatures down further into the hallway.
There's 6 of them. Okay.
And the smell
might
of them
be-
seems unrecognizable. This doesn't smell like a human. This doesn't smell like anything that's natural.
Currently, the corridor that we're going into, is this still part of the above ground building, or is this further like underground or something?
This
perhaps?
is into the keep.
Into the keep.
Yep.
So the end is attached to kind of like a small castle of sorts.
Yep. And I think it'll show up on stream here. Yes, there we go. Perfect. So yes, you're heading down a long hallway behind the main keep. That's you can see where these things have dug a hole out.
Is anyone here versed in magic?
I can possibly do something.
Something explosive.
Zaya, that's I am.
Don't
Wouldn't
shout,
take the
you
lead.
dumb.
I kind of point to the end of the hallway. There's 6 of them gathered. It's time to make a show. And he kind of
That's
just
what
starts
he's
kind
done.
of gripping his glaive really tightly.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna prepare.
They are
I'm
all
gonna-
within, rather close to each other, but they are far from you. You're gonna have to get closer down there.
I have a spell with a range of 90 feet.
10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 60, 70, 80. You're looking at over 90 feet currently. The closest one to you is about 120 feet, roughly.
Dang.
Is it too far?
For my spell, yes.
It's at this point, as you're kind of observing them, you notice that they seem to, like, chew on the ones that are, not moving, showing any movement, but the ones that are seem to be drugged down, and a few scream on occasion. Otherwise, it seems that you don't hear from them after a few seconds as they go further into the cave. Does anybody speak either Undercommon or Abyssal?
I speak
I
both.
speak infernal.
Well, it's
I
not in
understand Abyssal. I don't
Okay.
speak. I think, yeah, I understand Uncommon as well, fully. I can speak it as
Does
well.
Zaris speak, or Zaya? Zaris, show, be active, be alive. Do you speak Undercommon or Abyssal?
Once.
And the slowest character word goes to Undercooking. You don't speak Undercooking. You know, I'll be honest. That's a new one. I've never learned how to do Undercooking. Yes, Zaris.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So, then Vukiak, all you hear is them. One of them seems to be shouting something that you roughly pick up. That seems to go along the lines, and again, this is a very rough translation. I'm gonna DM it to you so that way you can choose to share it with the party or not.
Okay.
I mean, I have one spell that could hit them at this distance, but it only hit one of
Can I
them.
make a religion check to see if that has anything to do with my culture lately? Like,
Sure.
Okay. And if it does have to do with my culture, do I want to get advantage? But if it doesn't, then...
You just roll and I'll let you know.
Alright. That's gonna be a 6 for me.
You've never heard of these people before. You've never heard of the term before. How far away are they? They are over 100, roughly about over 120 feet.
Oh, then yeah, my spell would reach.
So, yes, you don't recognize this. You've never heard of this before. Doesn't make any sense to you.
I'm gonna kind of look.
Not
Is
very. It's
anyone-
about 10 feet wide. Go ahead.
Does anyone here use ranged weapons, crossbows and longbows?
I have a
and
crossbow I'm pretty good with. I'm a crack shot.
Anyone who is versed in ranged weaponry, stand behind me, and as I approach, burst and shoot, and use lightning and whatever magic you have, and throw it at them.
We're gonna
and
need
I'll
to get closer
slaughter
for our
the
magic.
rest. That's the point. And I kind of say
Okay.
that as slowly beginning to move forward, kind of making a chain of command, kind of keeping my pole arm in front of me.
Okay.
Kind of keeping my
I follow
stance.
close. I follow close enough, readying my spell in one hand and holding up my shield with the other.
Yeah, I'm basically, my plan is to have everyone behind me shooting range shots and me kind of holding the point.
Okay. Well, I assume...
How close are we getting before you want us to unleash spells?
Yeah, basically get in range and then unleash spells, and I'll stand basically. I want to get in just the range until they're like, basically I kind of say, let me know when you can already fire, and then I kind of keep walking until they say, hey, we're in range, and then I kind of stand in my position, and then they take their shots, and I kind of defend them as they take their shots over and over.
Okay. Well, Zaya can stealth behind you and shoot. Dibis and Zaris and Vutha might end up having to stay behind due to the fact that I don't think any of them are very good at stealth. Zaris might be, and he is a magic caster.
stealth either.
That answers the question. Alright, so marching order as of current that I have it is going to be those who cast magic, more or less, and those who are here are Vukiak in front, Zaya after him, King, followed by Zaris, followed by Dibis, and then Vutha in the back. No complaints.
Alright.
Zaya, roll your stealth check. And Robert is
Should I
still
get-
going to stay in the tavern, like a smart
Should I
boy.
roll my stealth check too?
You know what? Sure, I'd love to see you stealth as you make more noise and cause everyone a trouble.
If I pass this, I get greatness. Greatness awaits.
I hope you get a nat 1.
Good news. It's 15.
Alright. Well, unfortunately, still with half plate, you're still doesn't seem to do much overall. Everyone else can still see you pretty well. All right.
And
Yes.
real quick, at the second they notice me, like the second they fully like, oh, you're here. If they're within 60 feet, or when they get within 60 feet of me, actually no, I'll say 30. I want to use my rage. So like whenever they get within kind of my movement distance, I'll rage.
All right. As you begin to head
And when
forward.
we're within 60 feet, I'm gonna say I can cast a spell.
All right. So, Vukyuk, are you gonna go for your full movement speed?
How far away are the monsters from me right now?
90 feet total.
90 feet? I kind of look back. Are you ready to fire?
I can't.
Yep.
Zarus.
Who can't fire?
I can fire.
I heard someone say they couldn't fire in real life, actually.
King said he can't yet.
What range need to be in the Fire King?
For my biggest hitting spell, that would be 90 feet to hit more people, or 120.
Well, you already have 90 feet.
He's not. He isn't. You are. This is a very narrow hallway.
I kind of just go, whenever they get close enough, fire. And at that point, I kind of look at one. Is everyone ready?
All right. Wait, Alice or Zarus, can you cast?
Really?
Already?
I mean, I have a spell I can cast at 120 feet too.
Don't act like a sarcastic, sassy bitch. Just answer the question.
It says it right there. It's level 3.
What's the distance? Oh, I'm not looking at your character sheet. That's not my job.
120.
120? Alright. Do you want to roll to cast? Or what's the setup?
Nope, I'm waiting for... I'm waiting for him to charge first.
Alright.
That's what he's planning on.
Yeah, I kind of just point the glaive, and I
Mhm.
kind of just point it and get ready to fire. And then I kind of bring it to more of a neutral stance. I kind of say, fire! And I kind of start banging the glaive on the ground, kind of making a noise
I'm gonna-
after they start firing.
Okay, as
I'm
you
gonna
do
quick
that...
turn and use guiding bolt on one of them.
Give me a second.
At second level.
Alright, they start charging forward completely at their movement speed.
I use
Give
Call
me-
Lightning.
Can just give me a moment to get
Do
this
we-
set up.
No, timer
Do we
did
have
all the
the roll
burns
initiative?
for us.
Huh?
Do we have to roll initiative?
Not yet, you'll see why here in a sec.
Cool.
But yes, normally I do.
Oh my
Oops.
god, this is gonna be this is scary.
Alright. Let me see if I can get more. Boop. Boop. As you suddenly see it, they start charging forward. Alright, we're gonna roll initiative. And see who goes first. However, Zarus will get his first attack off. Zarus, roll. What's the roll for your thing? Is it roll to hit or?
For the dex, or...
Is it? Oh, it's dex saving throw. That's why I was asking you.
Yep, dex saving throw.
All right, and it does it chain?
Yes.
Alright. Okay. Alright. So it chains and okay, so it does the same amount of damage. I assume you're casting that 3rd level, so that's what, 3d10? Alright. So let me see if they make their saves. Oh god, this is about to be bad because they're no. That's and you only have to hit the first one, right, to get to chain?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, yeah, initiative. Let me roll that real quick.
Yeah.
Oh
don't
no,
worry.
F4.
Alright. So that's a 17 from the first guy. Does he manage? Does that save?
A 14 for me?
No, not you. Don't worry. Zarus.
Okay, sorry.
Yep, it's saved.
Okay. God damn. Alright. So everyone roll initiatives. Vukiak, you said what was it? 16?
4.
Or 14?
No, I got
4.
4. But
King.
like I said, whenever an enemy gets within 30 feet of me, then I was holding to use my rage then.
Okay.
So at least I got that going for me. 4 initiative.
Yep. Alright.
I have a 16.
Yeah, got it.
Sorry, I have a
Alright.
9.
Zai got a 9, and Dibus, let's see what he can get. Please be something better than Zarus' useless ass. If I can remember what his thing is. So, alright. Dibus. Oops. Yes, I know. Alright, so, okay, and then let me get the... Alright. Okay, so that is... First up in order is Dibus, who doesn't really get to do anything, followed by King, followed by Vukiak, followed by... Oh, oops, nope, sorry, messed up that. Yes. Sorry. That, there we go. Then it's Saya. Then alright. Okay. So the order is Dibus, King, the horde of monsters that you can see, Zaya, Vukiak, and then Vutha will go last. Alright. So, Dibus not being able to do anything, just waits and holds back. So King, you're up. Are you going to move forward, or are you going to wait?
I know if I move forward, I'm gonna be right in front, and we have a melee fighter right in front, so that's not smart.
Pretty much.
And I know they're probably outside of my range.
At this point, even if you did walk out in front, they would still be 65 feet.
90 range. Oh, they're only 65 feet from me.
If you walk
right
in, no, right now they would be about 85 roughly. If you walked in front, they would
then
be
they're
65.
within range.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my last second level spell slot because we didn't think to take a long rest. And I'm gonna use Snowball Swarm.
Okay.
It hits in a 10-foot radius. It hits a 5-foot radius, so 10 by 10 feet.
Okay. All right. So, and you're centering it on the front. Well, what's the distance on it?
90 feet.
Okay, so you're centering it right onto the second guy, which is the farthest you can hit towards. All right, and is it a save?
And it is a dex saving throw.
Oh, yay! Another one. That's an 11.
That fails.
All right.
And if it fails, it takes all 3d6. This will be fun.
Okay.
And it hits everything within the 10-foot radius too. So if there's others there, then
yep.
I mean, not 10-foot, 5-foot radius. So
ugly. That's what they are. Thank you, Ambrosia. Yes, these creatures seem to be snarling and hissing at you lot. Overall.
Oh, trust me, I got something for these people to put them right in their place.
That is 8.
8. All right. You managed to kill all 4 that you hit.
They're weak. I'm
All
gonna
right.
sacrifice my movement speed to follow it up with a crossbow shot.
Well, they are now the closest one to you is over 100 feet away.
I got something that can. I got range of 80 to 320 with a crossbow.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead and roll.
So I rolled a hit first. This will be fun. 12 hit.
A 12 does not hit, as the arrow seems to, or the bolt just seems to bounce right off of the armor, and the thing seems to grunt at you. All right. As you are doing that, the horde moves. Okay, there we go. Moving up, you notice that the horde seems to continue on. And it seems to get bigger and bigger overall as time goes, or as they move forward. I love the fact that these pizzas like to snap and just fall over. It's my favorite thing about Tabletop Simulator.
That's the thing. I know your pain because I used to do this myself, and I was like, my sanity can't take it anymore.
Wait a minute. I just had an idea, and it's a very dumb idea, but it might work.
It would.
Let's hear it.
I'll save it for later.
All right.
All right. So yep, the horde moves its full movement speed and stops. Zaya, you're up. What would you like to do? The closest one to you is 65 feet. As she looks up her spell slots.
I only got 2 more spells I can cast, then I'm stuck on cantrips.
Narrator, it won't work. That's what Fraz was letting you know, King.
What? That I'm screwed?
It won't work.
What won't work?
Alright.
You don't know what I'm thinking.
Well, who goes after me in initiative? Vukyuk, the guy right in front of you. Bardic's inspiration to Vukyuk. Alright.
Hell yeah.
Inspired!
Just touches your shoulder, gives you a nod and a thumbs up.
Scratchy on my ear. It's like.
There you go.
Get that leg thump going on. Just a...
like concrete breaking.
Oh god.
16 strength. It's not very much for a barbarian.
Alright, Zaya, do you want to do anything else or no?
You can't sacrifice your movement speed to cast a spell.
I think she's listening to stream. That's why everything's kind of lagged for her. So I gotta give her a second as the stream plays out what's going on because I have a 5-second delay.
Ooh, nice delay.
I feel like you just hit on me and I'm very uncomfortable by that. Please don't do that again. I only take traps.
Hell yeah, you're my kind of man.
Alright. Can I sacrifice my movement speed to cast a spell and attack with a crossbow? You can do either a spell or attack with your crossbow. Unless the spell specifically says it can be used as a bonus action. If it does not, then you cannot.
Inspired.
No. I'm just waiting for someone to try and cave in the walls like Calixius.
DM hints. That's what he wants us to do.
No, I really don't.
Secretly
I really don't want to watch the entire party TPK because they get stuck under rocks. That would be really boring to me.
Yeah.
I can use thaumaturgy.
I use
Does
thaumaturgy to kill all of us.
Congratulations.
Secretly he's
Earthquake.
hiding zombies in the walls. We blow up the walls, zombies will pour out.
I mean, it's not Attack on Titan, but, you know, close enough.
But I can train
No.
I cast Bane. 3 of the closest just make Charisma saving throws or subtract D4 from all attacks and checks. Oh, Jesus. Let me. Oh, that's good. That's a 0. That is a nat 0.
Hell yeah.
So, well,
has to be a punishment for that. It dies from the bane.
it's now really at disadvantage. These things seem poorly strong, and yes. Also, I'd like to mention to those watching, Zaya did mention that, and I'm only stating this because you can't see the Discord chat currently, that weaklings mean big bad guy further in. Alright. Vukyuk, you're up.
Okay, so I'm going to for the polearm master feat, it does say whenever they enter my reach, I can make a reaction attack opportunity check. Does that count for me making them enter my reach by going towards them?
No, they have to walk towards you.
Yeah, reactionary, I thought, but just wanted to kind of figure that out. How far away is the closest one to me right now?
Currently, let's see. About 55 feet, roughly.
Does their speed look like slow shambling, or is it more of like a normal humanoid's pace?
It seems to be more feral actually. It seems to be like a feral, if a human who had, or it was trying to run like as if it had been turned into a wolf.
So they're 65 feet away?
Yes, 55.
Oh, 55. I'm going to move... I'm going to move 10 feet closer.
Alright.
And I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to move 10 feet... Actually, I'm going to move 15 feet forward, in total, I mean, and use the action to take the dodge action.
Okay. And just hold.
And just hold that position. They give my teammates more room to move up.
Okay. Alright. Vutha does nothing as she can do nothing. Alright, and Dib is holding his turn as well until he can move. King, what would you like to do?
I'll move up to be right behind him.
Okay.
And they're now within... They're now well within 60 feet.
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to use Frostbite on the closest one.
Okay.
It's a cantrip, so...
Alright.
It's a Constitution save of 12.
Alright, let's see if these things are healthy. That is a 17 in total.
Okay.
As the ice just kind of flitters off.
Yeah.
Does it do any
Kind
damage on a
of.
failed save?
On a failed save, target takes 1d6 cold.
So go
and it
ahead.
only deals 1d6 cold.
I did the D4, don't worry. Yeah.
Okay, so just do 1d6.
Yep.
Because it has extra effects if you fail, but... Oh goody, a 3.
Alright. The one in front seems to go down and basically start to freeze as its face starts to crack and it drops to the ground completely unconscious. Alright.
Oh, they really are weak.
The horde continues to move. Oh, did you have something else you want to do? Yes.
I'm gonna hand up to guy in front of me. I forget his name. Vukic. Some oil and be like
The DM pronounces it perfectly. The DM can pronounce it better than I can. Honestly, the DM pronounces it better than I
I hand
do.
him a flask of oil and be like, if you need to, light your weapon on fire for extra damage.
I look at you
I
like,
hand you a
that's
flask
not
of
how that
oil.
works.
Legitimately, you can. You can also light a 5-foot space in front of you. Light the ground in front of you on fire, make them charge through it. Deals constant damage.
Interesting. So, item-wise, is that custom or one in the game by default?
It's an adventuring gear common.
Okay, so it's called what now? Oil flask?
Oil.
Oil flask.
Yep.
Thank you very much. I
You
appreciate
have
it very
one.
much.
Light it on fire. Throw it at them. Whatever. Have fun.
If lit, the oil burns 2 rounds like God damage any creature in the interest area. That could work. Oil usually comes with us.
Zaris, you never did give me your initiative, by the way, buddy.
It's in general.
Well, I'm not in general. You can do the R in this chat. You know that, right?
No, I did not, as a matter of fact.
Yes. You didn't give me your initiative. That's why I was like, what's going on here? I just realized you weren't moving.
Well, it's a 5.
Okay. Stop acting depressed. You're depressing.
I'm depressed!
Well, be depressed somewhere else and be happy during stream.
No! You can't make me
He's just
happy.
unhappy that you're not flirting with him.
I know, right? I don't pay attention to him for 5 minutes and suddenly he's sad. He's the
Does
saddest
anyone here
thought.
have Does anyone here have a fire spell?
Zaris, don't you?
Yes.
Like a fire cantrip or a fire spell?
Spell.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
I mean, technically, I can use Thaumaturgy in my next turn to create a small spark.
So, King, are you doing anything else?
You can? That's good.
Thaumaturgy can do that.
King.
I know that.
King, are
Nope,
you
I'm
doing
good.
something else? Okay, thank you. Alright. Oops. Let me get the full row. As they walk straight up and stand about 10 feet back from the polearm dude. Avoiding his very long weapon, you see that the little horde seems to be growing. Alright. If I can do Hellish Rebuke, I can do fire damage. You are sad. Let me check something. Okay. They seem to not do anything overall. They just seem to stand there and stare at you, Vukiak. Zaya, you are up.
So, did they stop because it looked like they're out of movement, or because they wanted to willingly stop?
They willingly seem to stop. They're within, to you, well, if you move up to at least 10 feet, they will be, from your current movement area, it's 10, 20, 30 feet is the closest one.
Could I use an insight check to see how damaging their claws would be if I was hit by one of them?
Sure.
Okay. A 4. I fucking roll so bad.
Oh, man. What is the software to have this table? This is just Tabletop
Zarius,
Simulator.
I will not be a happy thought for you because I'm not a thought.
Well, that's true. No one's attracted to Cameron. You can do an Arcana check. And if you enjoy the channel, feel free to follow us. I don't require a subscription, don't worry.
Yes, he does. He's poor.
No, actually, I'm wealthier than you. Thank you. 13. You don't detect a hive mind whatsoever. You don't detect any magic except for a minute amount inside them. Suspicious indeed. Did you want to do anything with your action or movement?
More Bane to make them even easier to hit, because it seems like that spell would stack.
Probably wouldn't stack, probably.
It would not. It does not stack, unfortunately. We need to get Zaya a better cell phone signal one day.
Yeah, McDonald's is not that kind.
Once I get a place to live, she'll probably be coming over to my house for freaking D&D on Sundays.
Oni-chan! Alright. 19 to hit, that hits. As the bolt seems to fly out the crossbow. Let's see. Roll damage. Love this music. Push noobs taking so long. I mean, they're planning their movements. They've got to get accustomed to planning first. That's
you gotta get
the danger.
accustomed to the new person too.
Yeah, he's like a better version of Tren. He doesn't have a large dick to stick people with. What?
I mean, he is 7 foot tall.
Yeah, well, you haven't seen what the Moby yet.
You haven't met the Moby. You never wanted to
8
meet the
damage. Alright, the thing seems to drop. The first one, as you shoot it, goes right through the eye of the poor creature, and it screeches out in a feral scream, and blood flows out of its eye as it drops to the ground.
Question: what color is the blood?
Red.
Okay.
You think? Then I'm moving back 30 feet. Okay. 20. You're gonna go around the corner. The most you can go back and still see them will be 20 feet. Does that work for you? 20.
Then
okay.
20.
All right. Zarus, congratulations. You get a turn. What would you like to do?
Ray.
Oh, shut the fuck up, or I will kill you. Be happy.
What?
Can we sacrifice the druid again?
Shush. Yes.
So basically, they have the mind of an animal.
Seems to be.
What looks like the biggest one there?
They all look almost identical to each other.
Ugh, nothing with value. Okay.
I assume you're gonna move up to the front so that way you can start shooting them and hitting them with spells. Or no?
No. If I move up to the front, then I'll probably die the most because I only have. Let's see. Oh right.
Thankfully, he cut out at that point, people. But for those who didn't know, he was dumb enough not to take a long rest real quick. Go ahead.
We all were.
When the DM loves you totally, he insults you even more. All right, thoughtiness. Let's. What's your plan here?
Oh, shut up, ho.
Black candy bar's
Use-
getting sassy.
Go ahead.
Shut up, Clubfoot. I'll use Call in and then 3rd level.
Call it what? You gotta speak up.
Call lightning. Okay.
Alright. Is that a save? Is that a saving throw?
Yes. As usual.
Clubfoot versus chocolate snack. No. Alright. Let's me roll and see how badly these things tail at saving, and that is a nat 1, and that's a nat 2. So, alright. Okay, so they fail, so roll damage to hit. And that chains, and let me know what the damage is as you go down. I mean, my money is on the chocolate snack, I'll be honest. I think he can outmaneuver the Clubfoot. So yes, Zarus, what's the damage?
And how many are there?
Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 that you can see.
And did you say they're wearing plate armor?
Yeah.
All of them are wearing plate armor.
Well, crude plate. It's a black iron and seems to be rather rough.
3d10.
It's a stockpile of valuable armor.
And there's 17, so...
That you can
how
see,
would that
yes.
work? Okay, so 3d10 and 17. Would I multiply that or no?
What's the... Here, let me check the wording on the spell just to make sure. I don't recall it off the top of my head, but I forgot I gave you this fucking spell, and I'm regretting it slightly, given the current situation. And I'm not totally just buying for time at this moment. Let's see. Okay. See under the club hole, HX creature within 5 feet of that point must make it. Oh, it's only within 5 feet of the original creature. They must make a dex save, and they all failed. So you can hit, and this is a distance of what, 120 feet. So I assume you're gonna try and shoot it for the 3 that are in the front, so that you hit the maximum amount of people. All right, so yeah, go ahead and roll 3d10 damage, and that applies to each one of them. All right, all 3 drop as they fry from this lightning bolt that seems to shoot out from the ceiling of a hallway. All right. Did you want to do anything else, Zaris?
Nope.
Okay.
I'll hold my turn.
All right. Vukyak, they are now farther back.
Would it take any type of action to see if they want to kill us? Because stopping is defensive and passive. That really confused me and kind of that really confused Vukyak with his small brain. So can you try to make an insight, see if like why they're stopping exactly?
Sure.
Hey, that's gonna be a 5.
Well, it seems that they are still very feral, and that they just, in the same sense that you sense danger when you're about to be attacked by something stronger and bigger than you, they seem to be acting in the same manner.
Okay. Shit, I'm just gonna take the dodge action and move up about 10 more feet, and then I'll stop.
Alright.
That's all I'll do. My turn ended.
Okay. And Vutha holds back continuously because someone's not here. Look at you, Vutha, if you're watching this. I know you're out there, never. Alright. Dibus, again, not wanting to do anything as he's watching spells be slung left and right and avoid. All of that dangerous, especially being in front of Zaris, he and Zaris were just fighting a second ago and doesn't want to get friendly fired on purpose. King, what's your plan? Awaken, King.
I'm rising from my slumber. Hold on.
Suddenly, King is caved in. Poor Vukyak is unfortunately left to die on his own because King is a character that is not well liked.
Hopefully not.
Okay, let me see. How close are they again?
From you currently, now, after Zaris managed to kill 3 of them, about 40 feet. Unless you move up right behind Vukyak, which will make it, 35.
Don't have any good fire spells.
Sucks you don't have a plan B. This would be a perfect time for a plan B, huh, Fuka?
Oh yeah, and that will eventually kill us all. Let's forget about that, huh?
Wait, no. Wait. No, I couldn't. Never mind. Derp. Oh gosh. You know what? This'll work fine. I'm just gonna sacrifice my movement and fire off 2 crossbow bolts into the first 2 into the closest 2.
Nice.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Oh, and do you also use your bonus action or do you reload the crossbow?
Assumedly, yes, in this situation. He'd have to.
Meaning next shot he won't have a bolt loaded, so you need to keep track of that.
Yep.
So first roll is 14. I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
Nope. The bolt just bounces right off.
Next roll is 17.
That seems to pierce, but you're gonna be doing half damage.
Alright, that's 1d8 plus 2 halved. Give me a good roll. 7 halved, so 3.
Alright. The thing seems to still stand. Alright. As you do your damage, the thing seems to clink off and cut into the side of its face, blood kind of pouring down slightly. You hear the sounds of a piano suddenly get more dangerous. Or sounding like something worse is happening. What?
I didn't hear the start of that sentence, so...
Well, that's unfortunate. You hit it. There you go. Congratulations.
It's still standing.
Vukyak, what's your AC?
It's gonna be a 13 from me.
How are you with explosions?
When I'm raging decently, but still not raging, probably not very good.
Well, I've got some bad news here in a second for you.
And this is why I save my spell slots.
That is 22 points of damage as suddenly the cave around you, the walls suddenly break open and a loud explosion happens straight in your face as something seems to pop out. You catch for a split second seems to be a creature, a very deformed creature similar to the ones in front of you, but was carrying a staff.
So it popped
That
out
seems
the
to be
wall.
the main one.
Yes.
Kill it.
However,
where is he
the
now?
spell blew up, so this is going to hit you, and I'm gonna get a character. So he will be standing basically in the wall as this happens. The spell will hit you, and like I said, that was 22 points of damage.
Okay.
As you feel brick and rock and mortar hit you. I will mention, at the same time, that Owlus behind you, you suddenly see, or Zarus, goddamn
Who is
that.
Owlus? I'm so confused.
I'm fucking changing your name right now, you fucking little shit.
I mean, it's not my fault you keep mixing it up.
Fuck you. Let me. Wow, that's terrible music. Let me get the bit. There we go. Perfect.
Would I have seen? Okay, never mind. Because I have danger sense. I was wondering if it wasn't a deck save. It was a AC thing.
Yes, it was an AC thing. There's a reason for it. All right. So yes, as you Zarus. Goddamn, now I'm doing it without even saying the name. You see that suddenly the rock seems to open up behind you as well, and an explosion hits Dibus right in the face.
Damn. Cat,
Oh fuck.
Okay.
Oh well.
You fine? Cat?
Dibus is right behind me, isn't he?
No, he's not behind you, King. Don't worry. He's behind Zarus and Zaya. As Zarus and Zaya turn just in time to see the explosion wreck, you see Dibus slam against the rock hard with a squishy thud. As you see the back of his head seems to bleed a little bit. Dibus is dead.
Oh.
Dibus got crit confirmed, as the explosion just killed him and he dropped. And this creature is now standing in front of you, or between you guys. This thing is glaring straight at you. I will also mention Volkyak. Oh, Vukyak. You got pushed back 5 feet when this explosion happened as this thing walks out in front of you. Which we will deal with. Huh?
Because he's entering my 10-foot range.
Yep.
Does that mean I get my reaction?
You will get your reaction. The
Alright,
explosion going off and everything. Poor Zaya, you just watched your friend, his head literally squish.
That's going to be a 21 to hit.
Alright. That hits.
Okay. That's going to be... I'm not raging, sadly. That's my D8. What a D10? There it is. That's going to be 8. Plus 3, that's 11 slashing damage total.
Alright, you managed to cut the thing down in one hit, slashing its head down completely as it drops its staff.
Kill it, immortals!
Well done.
I'm about to rage, my boys.
Well, unfortunately, the Horde still has one last movement, and as this happens, alright, where is this thing? Another explosion separates, and a slight shake in the earth is felt as the dungeon starts to cave in on both sides, blocking Zaya, Zarus, and Vutha in one area, along with Dibus's corpse, and King and Vukyak between this, now what will be a rock wall and a horde of creatures.
Okay, so you're saying that me and King have been separated from the party by a rock wall?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, you have the cleric.
Oh, he's the cleric?
Yes, he is.
Is the rock wall like complete, like we can't escape rock wall?
It's a giant rock. You're not gonna be able to break this thing down.
Even while
Not
raging?
easily.
All I just have to say is accept death. He sucks.
We can't run. We're either between zombies or a giant boulder. We can't run.
Accept death.
Just keep
Cause
fighting.
he ain't gonna heal. He ain't gonna heal for shit.
I mean, it'd be nice if you did, but okay.
I saved a slot for healing. Don't worry, I saved spells for healing.
I will
yeah.
mention he's
What?
used a few slots for his other spells. Alright. Now that the horde is gone, Zaya, there is what looks to be... Yeah, Zaris is with you. It looks to be this creature that looks almost identical to the creature further down. However, in this case, this one seems to be carrying some sort of staff with it.
Wait, didn't Volviak
There was
sliced
two of
it?
them.
There's
Oh.
3 of them, actually. One just split the party, and then one is standing between Zaris and Vutha, which is a great place to stand. What's
Between
the
two
plan?
bickering siblings? Yeah, that's amazing for it.
What's the plan, Zaya?
You know, I'm assuming that the call lightning literally pierced the fucking tunnel and like reverberated it and destroyed it. Actually, I'm guessing that's what happened to this tunnel. Or they are like magical traps. That's also a possibility. Hope my character doesn't die. I just made him. Jesus.
When dire straits begin. What, the boulder or the creature? Alright, the creature is 5 feet away from you. It's basically on the other side. Well, there's one that's in front of you that's 10 feet away. And then there's one that's behind you that's 5 feet away. That between you and Zaris. Or Zaris is in between you two. So please don't shoot Zaris. I don't think he'd appreciate it at this point. I need a wisdom save from this thing. Okay. It's going to make a wisdom save. That is a 20, not natural.
Jesus.
Gotta love my player killer dice. It passes. Alright. What would you like to do for your second action? I assume you don't plan on moving.
I don't know if she has a sword.
You might want to kill or get the whole of this thing before Zaris tries to make it his bitch at this point.
Roll seduction.
I could roll seduction. You can roll seduction.
Oh, Nichan.
God damn it. Sounds creepy when you say it.
Please,
I
no.
knew it
I can
would.
do it so much worse. I'll spare you that.
No. How smart? Well, it just rolled really well to avoid being bothered by you, so... Oh shit, I forgot. No, well, oh well.
Just... Oh my god. Why are we fighting anyways? I don't... What could these be?
You know what's really great? So, Zaya has a teleportation ring that allows her to teleport the fuck out of here.
No,
And-
it's only her.
And so does the dead Dibus.
Corpse of Divis.
Yeah. But someone could take that ring and the fuck right off.
Yeah, meaning you two could survive.
It's always good when you split the party.
What turn is it even? I kind of lost track.
Turn count, I don't keep track.
I mean, like, whose turn is it?
Oh, it's Zaya.
Oh.
Yes, she's trying to figure out what to do at this point. She's planning, moving, typing faster and slower. Usually when she talks, she's quicker.
Yeah. Just while we're waiting a bit, does the boulder that fell into, like, from the 3D model, it looks like a kind of one round boulder?
Yes.
But in reality, is it more of like a landslide, or is it like a legit boulder that is just there?
It is one giant rock that seems to have fallen into the hallway.
So from this angle, I can see it from, it looks like it's more vertically tall than it is, like, I guess front and back
It's
front
wide
and back.
enough to block the entire hallway, so
Yeah,
you can't
it-
crawl around it, and it is tall enough to block it. Yes.
Yeah, but since it's taller, could I perhaps, while raging, full my action, push over the boulder so it goes on its side? That way I could crawl like on top of it, to, like get through the kind of crawling space.
No, it doesn't seem to be able to be pushed off to the side. There's not enough room.
Okay.
Question:
so
Are
there's no
there
way to move it.
can we see into the tunnel that the one that he killed popped out of?
Yeah, that's a good idea actually.
You
I-
can.
Oh, that's our way out.
Cast
gonna-
light, bitches.
You're gonna bardic inspiration Zarus. I will mention Zarus and Zaya. You can see into the same into tunnels that these things popped out of. You're casting invisibility on yourself. Okay. Smart. All right, Zarus. You now have bardic inspiration. Zarus, you're up. What would you like to do? Are you gonna cast invisibility and run too?
I mean,
I don't-
there's a.
Don't blame
What?
you. Run.
King shouts, "You run, you're cowards!"
So the thing is in front of me, correct?
Yes, there's one in front of you, and there's one off to a little farther down into the hallway.
And what is Divis carrying again?
Divis is
after
carrying
he got-
a was. Well, he still is. He is still a corpse.
He's not burned like the cat that was in the bag of holding.
Yeah. He is carrying a mini teleportation device that will let him to teleport to other versions of this device. Or so, for example, if Zaya ran away, you could use this ring to teleport up to 500 feet to her. So if she's up to 500 feet away, you could teleport to her. If there,
Poor Greg.
you're an idiot. If 3 or more of these devices are within about 25 feet of each other, you can actually cast a teleport spell that allows you and others to move about. He also has a blade staff on him, which is just a staff with the bladed ends, and otherwise there's no other items on him that look of value.
I take the bladed staff and try and chop off the thing's head clean.
Okay. Let me give you that bladed staff real quick. Well, actually, I think you can literally look up blade staff and add to your equipment. Oh, that's right. You don't. I forgot. All your shit melted. There it is. It's in your inventory now. If you refresh. It has the spell Cloud of Daggers. What are you talking about? What spell? Oh, his staff? Yes, it does. It did. Poor cat.
How long was he in the party for?
He's been here since the last 2 sessions, I think, or last 1 session.
Oh, so it wasn't that big a deal.
Well, this
I thought
is
it was like the campaign running pet.
No, this is session 2.
Oh.
And
Zarus, what's the plan?
Okay. So Vutha is fucking noping the hell out, right?
Yep, Vutha's going to run.
And so will Zaya.
Yes, Zaya's gonna run. She is now invisible.
Okay, is she still in front of me or behind me now?
Well, it depends on the direction you're referring to. If you're looking at the creature that's right next to you, she'd be behind you. If you're looking
Okay.
down into the hallway where the boulder is, she would be technically beside you.
Okay. So yeah, while I pick up the blade staff and ready to chop off the thing's head, I guess I'll cast Cloud of Daggers as well.
Okay. Get some energy, man. You need coffee. Alright. Caffeine, man. Alright, let me pull that up. Wow, I just got a hello from someone on an app that I really didn't even know I still had installed on this thing. Alright. So it automatically is in the area and gets hit with these. So go ahead and roll the 64 to stab the living hell out of this poor thing. It does not
Poor, it
deserve
attacked
this.
us.
Well, I mean, you went into its hallway.
16.
It drops as the dagger goes right through, or the dagger seemed to cut into it, giving it 1,000 swipes. The poor thing just gets cut and screeches out in pain as it drops its staff and itself.
I pick up the
Take
staff.
the staff.
Okay, we will work with that here afterwards.
And I still have one more action.
Yep. Do you want to use your cloud of daggers again on the other one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead. God damn it, he's gonna kill my as a DM. Yeah, I know you do because I forgot you were in the other chat.
No shit, Dick Tracy.
Oh my god. Fucking hell. Alright, that one drops as you cut again, cutting it up, pieces falling off and the staff dropping.
And I pick up the other staff.
Alright, as you grab the staff. Okay. Vukiak. We're gonna come back next time for your portion of the turn. So that way we can pick up where we left off for the next session. Shall be interesting. Thank you all who have watched. Yep, we're cutting it here because I've got to go. Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you all who have watched. I hope you've enjoyed the stream, and we will see you next time to finish up the fight and hopefully see where this party ends up.
Bye.